All right.
Hi, I'm Ken Lashley. You're watching Who Dat Comics. Who Dat? What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Who Dat Comics in Movies coming at you with a little video, a little preview of stuff for sale. As you can see, this little icon. This is Collectors Expo 2023. This is where where collectors are the vendors. This is going to be with the Elite Comics 11. I'm going to do a little video of showing, this, but it's not the video for the expo, but you'll get the pic. So yes, that is Elite Comics 11 on Instagram. So you got Elite_Comics 11. So we'll be on there from Friday through Sunday next week. 3-day event where collectors who have bought from Elite or maybe collectors who have sold with Elite will be selling there. I don't know if it's all day Friday, all day Saturday, but it's going to be a long event. So that's going to be very fun. I think a lot of deals because it's a lot of collectors selling. So you won't have dealers have to, penny pinch you. Collectors, we can pretty much sell stuff we want to sell with. We if we're comfortable taking a loss on a book, it's on us. It's all depends on that collector. So what's up? Comic chiropractor's in the house saying late. He will be on there as well. Mr. Dustin, I think he said he's gonna be on that Friday and Sunday. Alvarado said it's the heat making everybody late. It's super hot. So I do, that's all I can say. It's super hot. Also, we'll have like a packing chat after this. So if anybody wants to join the packing chat or wants to join now, you're more than welcome to join. Just let me know. I'll drop the link in the chat, and you guys can join, and you can see the preview of the books. Live here with me. But I'll do a little packing check after I have a couple things to pack up. A couple things to pack up that I need to get done. So since this book is first in my hand, I'll just show this book off first. So this is like I said, all this will be on Instagram through Elite Comics 11. I'll try some of these books again on YouTube through Sands, and you guys on YouTube will get the cheaper price. So if you want it, get it on YouTube. But yeah, this is the 1 in 100 Department of Truth in a 9.6. Can it be pressed to a 9.8? I don't know. I don't see anything wrong with the book. So it's one of those books like if I was in a process of meeting Tinian, like I was going to a convention and Tinian was going to be there, I'd probably just crack this baby out, get it pressed clean and graded, signed, because I don't see anything wrong with it. So the 1 in 100 will be on there. Will be in this. That's basically the price is going to be on there. Let's put this back and get you guys some books. Show off. So let me start from the back, work my way to the front. So got a couple of books here. I haven't shown these or tried to sell these, but Instagram's gonna get the crack at them. So this is actually one I was contemplating keeping because I really actually like it. This is a rarer MegaCon exclusive, the white Snow White background of Miles Morales Spider-Man #1 from John Jiang, signed there at the bottom with the 9.8. So most likely I'm gonna let this puppy go because I'm in the process of letting a lot of books go, even books that were going to stay in the PC for a little while, like that book. So that's going to be one of those books. This is another book here I haven't shown. I think I might have shown as an unboxing, but I haven't put up for sale at all. It's going to be hard to price because it is what it is. But this is X-Men 251 Newsstand Mark Jewelers, signed by Mr. Mark Silvestri. So signed by Mark Silvestri here. Mark Jewelers. I had one previous Mark Jewelers that I let go, and I think I should have kept, which was the Killmonger. But this is X-Men 251, classic cover by Mark Silvestri, signed, and it's a Mark Jewelers. Yeah, I'm probably gonna let that bad boy go. Probably, I will let that bad boy go. I have a lot of goals in mind, and a lot of personal goals for his family, and a lot of comic goals. So, yeah, that's gonna be one that's gonna be tough to let go. And people are like, "Why is it tough to let go? It's only a 9.2." You know, some Mark Jewelers though. Those are not easy to come by, especially in high grade above a nine or better. So those are, and we're gonna end with some big books. Just to let people know, we're gonna end with some big books. So yeah, if you want to see the bigger books, just stay tuned. What do I have next? Next up, this is a basically. Let me check. I need to check CGC as a matter of fact about this book. So this book is going to come up. And so another book here is going to be Spider-Ham #1. This is the 1 in 50. This is the 1 in 50 signed by Huck Lee. And I'm trying to get some information for you guys about this because I think there's only 2 on the census. So yes, there's 3 total on the census, only 2 in a 9.8. So what's up, Kenneth? Kenneth Burr, what's going on? So this one will be coming up. It's going to be tough to price it with the census count being 2 9.8s. And I know a person probably was like, "Oh, I got the only one in a 90." Not anymore, buddy. So signed by Huck Lee, not an easy signature to get as he doesn't travel a lot. But this one will be coming up for sale on Instagram. I think I tried to sell it once on YouTube, and I kind of held off because I knew about the sale coming up. So a 1 of 2 in a 9.8, only 2 9.8s on the census, only 3 total. So that's going to be actually a pretty cool book. It's going to be hard to price because, you know, like I said, only 3 signed on the census and only 2 of them are 9.8s. So I'll probably just price it to move it. I don't have a lot invested in it for the book, but, you know, the signature and all that other stuff, that's a different story. What's up, Desire Comic? What's going on? Nigel in the building. I don't know if I have anything you might like, Nigel, but you never know. You never know. You won't be surprised. I do have some bigger books, so if you want to stay tuned, I'm going down the line. I know it's going to be books I forget to show, but if you want to see everything, you're just going to have to go, watch when Elite drops the preview. That's all I can say. This is a book that's very expensive. eBay, I think eBay had like a $500 sale in a 9.8 unsigned. Another one, this is a 1 in 50 Marvel Tales Wolverine #1 in a 9.6 signed by Huck Lee. The Virgin variant. Why did it get a 9.6? I have no idea because it's a square bound book. So yeah, got this. This one, another one I got signed in Dallas by Huck Lee. So this one will come up, like I said, a 9.8 unsigned was very expensive, but I think it's gonna be like almost like half price. I'm gonna do like a special deal on Elite, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna sell because I'm gonna do like a $50 off on like about 4 or 5 books. And that's gonna be one of the books. But like I said, not an easy signature to get. Not an easy signature to get Mr. Huck Lee. We got, he said, did we miss each other at SDC? No, I didn't go to San Diego. Did not go to San Diego. What's up, Dustin? You want to join, bro, and just hang out? I don't know if you just at the house working on pressing books. Now here's a book. I'm actually going to keep the price up. I have an offer on IG. The person doesn't accept it, this will sell on the live sale. Reason being is that a 9.6 sold for this price. I've been advertising this price the longest, but this is a signature series signed by Joe Rubenstein. So we got a 9.6. I'll send it to your email. But a 9.6 signed by Joe Rubenstein. I'm gonna price it at the 9.6 unsigned price. So we'll see about that. But yeah, I'm gonna price it at the 9.6 blue label, and I'm probably gonna do a deal on this one as well if it doesn't sell on there. Because right now it's listed on Elite Center 11 at $249. It's actually listed at $249. Like I said, the last sale of a blue was $280. So if somebody wants a deal, go to Elite _Center 11, and this book is on there. But if not, this will be one that will be on the show as well. A signature. I wish I could have met more of the creators of this character or who worked on this book, but the only person was there was Joe Rubenstein. Claremont wasn't at Dallas. Milgram, Golden, none of those people were at Dallas. So it is what it is when that that kind of stuff happens. Let's put this there. I'm gonna send a copy of the link and put it in my my buddy The Hunt. And I gotta pack some books up, so I might as well put it on there. All right, so put it in the Hunt locker room if anybody wants to join from The Hunt. All right, so we are flying through this preview. This one is actually going to be a good deal too for somebody on Elite, because this is going to be one of those like $50 off sales as well. That's going to be with the Marvel, the Wolverine. But we got the Batgirl 12, 9.4, signed by Mr. Art Germ. So yeah, another person that's not easy to get a signature unless he did the signing with CGC, but you had to pay a lot for that. You had to pay up for that. The price I paid for his signature set from that is way different. So you can save a little bit of money getting the book from me already signed. But if you want to send your own book in with CGC does the signing, it is pricey compared to what I have to pay. So like I said, it's very pricey compared to what I have to pay. Let's show a couple, like 3 more. This one I want to upgrade to a 9.8. That's the only reason this one is actually for sale. Because I don't mind getting a blue label 9.8. But we got X-Men 244 and a 9.6 signed by Mr. Mark Silvestri. So yeah, great book, nice signature placement of the first Jubilee. I got somebody joining me, Mr. Dustin from Two Brothers Comics, Chiropractic. What's going on, man?
What's up, man?
Who's working?
No, we thanks for talking about the Elite sale, man. You know, I'm right there with you, dude. Love Elite, love Ali, and getting to be on these sales, man. It's pretty cool that we get to do that this weekend for that special sale.
Yeah, it's gonna be some craziness.
I got some craziness for them too.
Yeah, it's gonna be some stuff. A lot of stuff I've shown on YouTube. Like I always try to tell people, I give YouTube first chance at almost all of the books. But once you go on Elite and you give that good prices, they don't stay long.
Oh yeah, that's it, man. 100%.
Here's another
100%.
Here's another book that I know is definitely probably going to sell on there.
Oh yeah.
Trial of Magneto. I think you pressed it for me. No, you didn't press this one. I don't think.
I can't remember if I did or not.
No, you didn't. I didn't have time. when I bought
Okay.
it. So it came back in 98 though, but Art Germ Remark 1 in 100. The price you pay CGC. If you ever look, I wish I could pull up his old prices, which he did like a month ago through CGC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's better to buy this from me than try to go through CGC and get your own done. Because you're gonna pay way more.
Yeah.
And actually, it's a really good remark. It's not like a little tiny thing. It's really nice.
Yeah, that's a nice one for sure. He did you good on that.
Yeah. So, and basically, it was just the price for the remark. I didn't even get charged for the signature.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, because he was charging a certain price for the signature. And then I said, "Well, how much for a remark?" And his handler said the price, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll take the remark." So what's the odds of me? What's the odds of me meeting in Art Germ and get to watch him live do a remark, which I should have videotaped, but I mean, here is a book that a certain someone thought it was going to stay the same grade, but it came back a 9.4. Got a
Yep.
little bump. Got a little bump.
Once I got it cracked open and really looking at it, I was like, "Ooh, we might have messed up here."
Yeah. It was
So
9.2, I think.
yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, 9.2. Yeah, you said they had like a dent going all the way through the book or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I got that taken care of, but there was a couple of little things on there that broke color that I was worried about holding it back. But that dent, yeah, there was some kind of impact on it that hit the bottom corner there, and I mean it hit every page in the book all the way to the back. But you will never know that now.
It's still an expensive book. If you look up this X23 number 2 1 in 15 from 2010,
Mm-hmm.
this is an expensive book raw. so yeah, like and it's so crazy. The price of it raw and graded are like close.
Yeah.
They're very close. Like whatever you pay raw for it, you'll pay. That's like close to a 9.6 price. I want to say.
No, okay, I got
Yeah.
you. Yeah, it's one
So
of them
yeah.
books like if you buy it raw, it's got to hit a 9.8 before you go.
Yeah. I saw so it's one of those books I would never buy raw. Saying it like that, I would just
Yeah.
buy the 9.8 and move on. But yeah, this one he's the signature came out great though too with his he does a great signature, maybe.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like the placement there and the red I mean it almost looks like a part of the book.
Yeah, I should have did the kind of like the one where he like circles his signature. I forgot what it is. Like it was like different signatures he was doing, and I was like, but it costs more, so I just went with the basic. I was like, I don't want to pay a ton for it. What's up, Wolverado? On Wolverado, he says X23 goodness. Hood Rat Comics is in the house. But yeah, I actually unboxed this yesterday on who channel was on? I can't remember now. Oh, it was Geeky Dad. Geeky Dad did a sale, so I unboxed it there and tried to sell it.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, and I thought I tried to sell it at a crazy price, which I think I said $200. When you probably gonna pay raw 150, 170, but raw. So yeah, I had a lot of compliments about the book, but yeah, no takers. I think that's gonna be one of those that's if I price it right on Elite, it's gonna go because you don't see that book often come up for sale.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it. I don't think ever until I got yours. So.
Well, like I bumped into a sale when somebody was selling it, and I just I just bought it because it was such a good price. Here's one raw book. This is one raw book I'm gonna sell. I'm not gonna have any raw books really on the show, but this is the only raw book that's gonna
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, them legs they call it the art Adam Hughes cover. So I don't think it can get a 9.8, so that's why I'm not gonna submit it. But I think it'll get a 9.4.
Nice.
Press and clean a 9.4. So I'm just gonna sell it as is. Now if Adam Hughes was going to a convention, I'm going to the next year, and I knew for a fact. Yeah, I'll just hold on to it, get it signed, and then do it that way. because what I found out is so much cheaper to get stuff signed at a convention and then graded that way than sending it to CGC. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
crazy. Like Rob Liefeld kind of like he was not the speaker. Like I was bored last night, so I got on like Whatnot just to see who was on there, and I wasn't buying nothing. I saw Rob Liefeld on there, and he was just talking, and he said, yeah, CGC's charging, and like I think it's like $130 for his signature or whatever it is. Whatever the price is for a signature, he's only getting $70 for it out of that price. So I was like, damn, they taking like 50%, you know? And he was actually saying, this is, if y'all want to do it, if y'all want to get stuff signed, especially certain premium books, go through CGC for him. Because if you go through like the way I just said it, you go to a convention, you meet him, it's going to cost you more through the convention, which doesn't make any sense. You know, so it's like, so he said like y'all might want to send it to CGC because like I'm only getting like $70 out of the money, and I charge $150 to sign a New Mutants 98. And I'm like, what? This is crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
But this
good
is
to know though.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good to know with him for that reason. But I know a lot of other artists, it's the opposite.
Right.
It's like, you know, you meet them at a convention, it's cheaper. You know,
right. With CGC, you're paying for convenience there.
Yeah.
But you're also not getting the experience of meeting them. So that's the one thing that holds me back a lot of times.
Yeah, you're paying a lot of money. You don't even have that personalized experience. This is another book I know for 100% is going to sell on Elite. Is the Vampirella 3. Just because it's a scarcity and the rareness of it.
Yeah.
And it's actually a really good grade. So
yeah, that came out really good.
Yeah. So yeah, it cleaned up really, really nice. And then I'm surprised some of the horror guys that's on YouTube hasn't tried to buy this, but yeah, it's good. I know it ain't gonna last past the sale. That's why I wasn't stressing about it.
Yeah, them guys on there will definitely snatch that one up.
Thunder God's in the bill. What's up, Thunder God? Only problem is I hate magazines shipping them. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah. Especially shipping, and it's even harder sometimes. A lot of times, I would say shipping. Like I sent a submission in this week with like 40 books in it, and I put my TMNT #1 in there that I bought at Heroes. That was just a pain in the ass trying to, because I put it through as a walkthrough, so I wanted to put it in with some other books so the package would get opened, and that was just a pain. A whole lot of worry on me on whether or not it was going to make it okay.
Yeah, so I only have one of these left. I sold my 5.5 on Elite Center, so I have the 9.4 left. So I haven't been advertising it as much. Actually, really, I think I only advertised it once or twice. But a 9.4 off-white to white pages, first appearance of Star-Lord. Yeah, that won't be here. That won't be here after next weekend. I'm hoping somebody buys them as a lot so I can just ship them together. But we'll see what happens. But first Star-Lord, the 9.4. I was thinking about keeping it, but I was like, it's not really what I collect. And
yeah.
And you know, I don't even know where to store them. That's the biggest reason. If I had somewhere to store them, I probably wouldn't even get rid of them. But I've got my turtle books in a makeshift storage. You know, so it's not and you clean the hell out of the back of these magazines.
I told you it took forever too. That's a lot of real estate.
Look how white y'all look how white this is, man. They're like, and I'm thinking that's probably why they gave great grades on all of these, because this one came back at 9.0 with white pages. This is the first appearance of Rocket Raccoon. It was a Marvel preview. The other one's 4. It's a 7. So to get these books in 9s or better, yeah, that's all I can say. I don't even think they have a 9.0 for sale on eBay. I think they only have like one high grade copy on sale for eBay, and it's signed, and they want It won a boatload.
Oh, I'm sure.
It won a boatload for it. So I know this is another one that'll be going, because you don't see this one or the other one in high grade come up for sale unless it's like an auction house. And I've been following Elite. I know you have as well. I haven't seen this book or the other book in high grade come up for sale. The last time I saw some the first Star Lord, it was Raw, and people bought it. It didn't last the whole show. They actually somebody asked them. It was when they were selling this collection. Somebody asked Ali. Somebody was like, "Hey, what about that Star Lord?" And he didn't even present it. It was just on the screen, and somebody saw it. So when the question popped up, they started, displaying it. And then it had like a little bidding war, and it was gone by then.
Dang.
Yeah. So that was kind of fun. I was like, "Ooh, that's good stuff." I know that book's gonna do well. And now I haven't seen the Rocket one come up at all. So
no.
Everybody loves the Rocket in the comics, but if you want his true first appearance, you got to get that magazine. This is another book. Surprisingly, it's been tough for me to sell because a lot of people like Howard the Duck. So Fear 19, first appearance of Howard the Duck. It's actually a good cover too with Man Thing. So yeah, I don't know, but I'm gonna try to sell it again. Basically at FMV, nothing crazy. I'm not going crazy for the pricing, but this is a book that actually had a shot at a 9.6. Had a small shot.
It was nice. Definitely nice.
Yeah, that's why it's I've been happy with all my grades from CGC, but I think they hosed me on this one. I should have got a 9.6, and I think that Batman should have got a 9.8.
I do too. If that was my Batman, I'd send that thing back 10 times. I swear to you, I would.
Well, look. I think we talked a little bit about this, but because the Batman is actually going to get shown to one of the books, but I'm going to sell it at the last sale of it sold in a 9.6, which is, it's been creeping up. But if nobody buys it, I'm just going to do like you said and just be like, hey, I'm going to send it in. Because I could send it in like 10 times.
I might just have to buy it.
I could send it because it's a 10K difference. It's a 10K.
And me knowing what that book looks like already, that's going to be tough for me. And I sell before you, so depending on how good my sale goes, I don't know.
It might not make the show. So I got an Uncle Scrooge #1, which you don't see on their live sales as well at all. And then when you see stuff like this, they tend to sell.
Oh yeah.
So the 4-color 386. I want to get a better copy, so somebody will be happy with this 3.5. Especially it's never been cleaned. Not saying a press would help, but there's some pencil writing on it. The back's a little dirty. But if somebody wants to just clean it up and make it look nicer, this would be one. I wouldn't press it, but maybe I could be wrong. Maybe you press it and makes it look a little nicer. But I just sent this one in, so it's a 3.5 unpressed and clean. Uncle Scrooge #1. So yeah, I know that's gonna be a lot of questions when I show it on the certain books they haven't seen or they don't see a lot. You're gonna get questions about them.
Yep.
So,
and that one right there, that's one of those books that I mean, stuff like that, like you said, those guys that show up to those sales, I mean, they buy stuff like that.
Yeah. Especially 1952, full color. It's not his first appearance, but this is when he has his own run. This is his #1. So yeah. Here's some early FFs. I think I'm the only one actually selling these. But what's up, Gerald Yates? One of my favorite coins is my Scrooge McDuck. But you got to get that Scrooge McDuck #1, Uncle Scrooge #1, to go with that coin, man. And actually, I have it. I'll tell you what I'm gonna be selling it, Gerald, because I actually have the sticker behind it. I was gonna sell it for I'm gonna sell it for $4.99, but this is the price. I'm contemplating putting it at just at $4.49, which is actually a great deal. Because I saw somebody selling a 4.0 for like 500, I think. 500 some change. So 449, I'm probably gonna settle on that price for that one. Gerald, if you want it, Gerald, get it before I do a preview on IG with Elite. Because once I do that, I gotta kind of hold tight on those books. But FF2, this is second appearance of Fantastic Four. It's 3/5, off-white, 2 white pages. Last 10-cent issue. First appearance of the Scrolls. So there's a lot going on with this book. Yellow cover. This one is another one. This is an original owner, and never pressed or cleaned. And I think he didn't want to press it because of that top corner, but he should have cleaned it, man. Should have cleaned it because look how dirty this back is. You can see all of it. You got dirt in the spine. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah.
And then the front, you can kind of tell too. The reason why you can tell in the front, I always look at stuff with white in it. So Invisible Girl doesn't look white like she's supposed to. She looks kind of brownish. And then the writing in here is a little grimy. White writing. So yeah, this is one that could benefit from a little cleaning. Probably not a press because it's top up here, but somebody knows
what's wrong with the top.
Right, you see it right there. Kind of like a little chip. It didn't go all the way to the back. Yeah. It's just in the front.
You have to be careful with it for sure.
Yeah, but it definitely could be cleaned. And it was like I said, original owner. He just graded it, and he started selling his personal collection. And this is one of the books, one of the few. I think I got like 2 or 3 books from his PC, but I'm letting this one go. That one will be on there with Elite. What's up, Phil? Phil's in the building. Says, was that a first Galactus Dustin put in a box? Oh, yeah. And he got what grade is that? What grade is it?
This one? When I get done with it, I think it's probably gonna be around a 3.0, 3.5 maybe. It's a customer book. It's a little low grade baby though. Not too bad.
Hey, it's better to get that grade in.
Mm-hmm.
I got a nice grade copy, but I'm not selling it yet. I want to complete the trifecta before I sell it because I got a 48 and a 50.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, so I was like, I want to at least get the trifecta before I'm trying to sell it. But yeah, I'm missing the 49.
Yeah.
49. Who else? We got Phil dropped in. He said the Scrolls were absolutely not threatening back then. He said they weren't there. Bleaker's in. What's up, Bleak? Bleak joined us.
Boys?
What's going on?
Oh, buddy.
I'm chilling.
Showing these little preview of these books. Now this is a book. Find this in a grade like this. FF6 in a 7.
Ain't lying on that.
White pages. Another book. When it's you always can tell if you look at the back cover if somebody actually cleaned the book. They might have pressed this book, but they did not clean it. So actually, they might have cleaned it. They didn't clean the back though. So they cleaned the front, but they didn't clean the back.
The back is always the dirtiest. How do you not clean the back?
The reason why I say that, I'm gonna have to make this up bigger so you can see it. So the front, they got like a little. I don't know if you. Where's it at? It's like right here. It's like some writing was there.
Okay.
It's almost gone. You can you see it better in person. You can't really see it on camera, but when I hold it at a certain angle, you kind of see the remnants of it. So they got some writing on the front, but on the back, when you look at the spine, it's like dirt going all the way down up and down the spine. So it's like how do you clean the front? You said how you clean the front but not the back. So
that's usually the dirtiest part of the book is the back, and the one that you the best because it's mostly white, especially on older books.
I know I know that just because I've sent Dustin enough books for him to tell me. He gets mad at me because he's like the book's so dirty, you filthy book. But he does a great job.
I always go by a couple of brand new erasers before when Russell tells me they're in the mail. Every
I gotta
time.
get two erasers myself. Fuck.
Boston Chris says he's still on the way. I'll try to hop in when I get home. It might be still going. I gotta pack some
Oh
books
yeah,
up.
we were gonna talk about Goldberg some. So come on, dude.
All right, yeah,
How
you
great
come on.
Goldberg
All
is.
right, yeah, y'all can talk about that, and then while I'm packing.
Talking about how much we love Bill Goldberg. Oh,
I'm a pack, and they're gonna chat. I'm a pack, and they're gonna chat. So, but yeah, this will be up for sale for my YouTube people. 7.0 off-white to white pages. First Marvel villain team up. Second appearance of Doctor Doom and Silver Age Submariner. So you got second appearance of those two characters, and you're on the cover, and it's a dope cover. So yeah, if you can't afford their first appearances, this is the book to get.
That's true.
Yeah, so that's gonna be up there. It's a little pricey because of the grade, but you don't never see it in that grade.
Mm-hmm. Well, you want to talk about one you don't never see in certain grades? Pick this copy up raw at Heroes for $40.
Oh yeah, you don't never see that.
Fuck off.
$40. Wow. Get out of here.
There you go.
Man,
I swear. And the only thing holding it back is it's got, and I don't know if it'll show up, but it's got a little bit of color rub.
Oh, look, a couple
right
of
here.
Like a little
yeah. Yeah. Those. I mean, it doesn't even have a spine tick on it, nothing. But that's all that's. It's the only thing that's keeping me. It keeps me up at night though on whether or not to crack it. But
you know, and I know why it keeps you up at night, because CGC have been known not to take off of that,
mm-hmm.
and then they do what they just you show on that one. It's like, oh, it's a 9.8, but we're gonna give it a 9.6 because it is. But we're not gonna tell you it's because of that. But if you send it in, another grader gets it, he'll give you a 9.8 because that's from the printer. It's not from somebody handling it.
That's the thing. You send it in, you can either get a 9.8 or a 9.4, right? It's such a hard thing to do to crack a 9.6, man.
Yeah, it's so clean. I don't think it'll. I mean, if it came back at 9.4, like I would automatically send it back in because I mean it's clean enough. I don't see a whole lot of. It's 9.6, 9.4, 9.8. I mean, you send it in 10 times, it's gonna hit at least. It's gonna hit those three grades. Every one of those times. So, but yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it a 9.6. I'm still on the fence on whether or not to sell it. I think if I put it up, I'm gonna put it up for a. It's not gonna be GPA anyway, because I mean, it's a cool book. I have that on a T-shirt. It's my favorite Bernie cover. So I don't know if I want to sell it or not. May just be some eye candy.
Did Maximum Carnage come back?
No, I haven't even sent that one in yet.
And Chris gave his opinion on Goldberg. End of discussion. Now this is one that me and Dustin are going. We've been like we were talking about earlier. Just sending it back, not even cracking it to present, because just sending it back. Let them regrade it because for the price I paid for it, I think I have to look at GPA again. I think I paid like a 9.2 price. So. The price difference between a 9.6 and a 9.8. You're talking about 10 racks. And I mean literally 10. Like you go from 4,000 to 14,000. So yeah. I think I'm gonna put it up there, but if nobody buys it at the fair market value price, I'll just probably send it in eventually. And just say, hey, can you regrade this? Or what I might do is find whatever con Matt Nelson's going to and say, hey, Matt, look at this book. Tell me what you see. Why is this a 9.6? What's wrong with this book? What's wrong? Yeah. And get him on camera saying all this. He said, oh no, man, this might have been a mistake. You're like, this is a 9.8, buddy. And be like, all right, then here, take it. So like that'd be actually pretty funny. I mean,
what is that? That's 132.
232.
232.
First Ra's al Ghul.
232.
The origin of Batman and Robin retold. Talia cameos, which she appeared like in Detective 411 before this. which Neil Adams did the cover for both of those, I think. So
all I'm saying is, let me have a fantastic sale on Friday night.
I like, dude. It's just like I've seen worse 9.8s, so it's like,
yeah, for sure. For
especially
sure.
on older books. I mean, and I'll be very transparent. And tell you, this has some very, very, and I put the emphasis on the word very minor issues.
What tier did you put it in?
Actually, we snuck it through the $400 tier.
Yeah.
This one is still with
they'll do that to you too. You sometimes they won't even bother with just upgrading the price and okay, it's a 9.8, but we're gonna have to bump you on the tier. Sometimes they won't do that, man. They'll just hose you and say screw you. Because that happened with my Batman Adventures 12. I put it in on a pre-screen and it came back a 9.4. Or no, I put it in a pre-screen and it got denied. I sent it in modern, it came back a 9.4. Sent it back in modern, it came back a 9.4. I sent it in walkthrough, didn't even press it, and it came back a 9.8.
Well,
that's not the greatest thing. That's not the thing anybody wants to hear about CGC. I don't think.
Well, you don't want to hear that until you hear the beginning of the story.
Yeah.
If you just go by the last part of the story, yeah, you don't want to hear it. But when you hear that a person who I trust his opinion and grades, and they say, it should be this, but you're getting this, and then when you pay for a certain tier, they give you what you should have gotten. Kind of said, it's like, all right, I got what I was supposed to get, but I had to pay you up to get it. That's the part that kind of.
Oh, hey man, Boston Chris bought a Wolverine 1 off me, and it's a 9.6, but I guarantee that motherfucker's a 9.8. Like, I looked that book over up and down. That's a fucking 9.
Yeah. And in certain tiers, you're gonna have more seasoned graders that they have a better idea of what they're doing, and not some of these new cats that they had sitting beside somebody for 2 weeks and then throwing them in there and letting them grade books on their own. Because I've been told by a couple of people that work there that's how they do things. You get about 2 weeks on grading with someone and kind of learning, and then boom, you're out on your own. And we're talking people that don't know comic books. So if it's something significant, I definitely will pay to put it in a higher tier, hoping that it's going to be in the hands of a better grader, someone who knows what they're doing.
It should be in the hands of like a Matt Nelson or somebody up there with him. What's up,
Right.
X-Men Mike? What's going on? But this one, I mean, with the minor issues this book has, and Dustin looked at this book with a microscope, it falls on that range of a 9.8. Even Matt Nelson says you could have he said 1 or 2 spine ticks. I can't remember. It's on video. It's a recording video. He actually said it. I think it's 2. He said so. You can have up to 2 spine ticks, minor spine ticks, and it'd be a 9.8. That's what he said. This one has no spine ticks.
Yep.
There's no spine ticks. This one only has like a little small issue at the top, and when I say small, I have to take my glasses off to see it because it's that small. And then the corners, one of the corners is sharp, as far as the front of the book. The other one is not as sharp, but it's like if you're being that petty to give me a 9.6 with those 2 things, yeah, something's up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I mean you're not gonna a 9.8 in that book's not gonna look like a 9.8 in a modern book. They didn't come off the press.
Well, my
looking the
buddies swear
same.
they give bigger books worse grading. Like they're just harder on them. Like anytime he sends in a big book, they always come back at 9.6, and it's just the book behind it comes back at 9.8. So
yeah, but I mean those are my main books I'm gonna have on Elite, everybody. So you guys who are watching this, you might watch this on the rewind if you watch this through. So it's Friday. Was it? I forgot forgot the date. It's Friday, whatever August date that is.
Is that this Friday coming up? Who dat? You're gonna be
11th, Friday the 11th, 12th, and 13th. They're gonna have collectors on selling stuff out of their collection. Dustin's gonna be on there. I don't know his time slot.
I'll be in the very first time slot, doing the kickoff show, 6 to 8:30.
You should have just had me on there with you.
That's what I thought.
I don't even know who I'm on there with.
Yeah, so I told him that.
Not that you'll need it. You guys got some banger books, man.
I told him I was gonna have Sean come over, and he's gonna be in the cage this time.
Well, what's so crazy about it? I think last time, I think we did it one time. We played off each other like so well because we know each other. So
yeah.
So that's why he says he likes that type of stuff, but a lot of times I get put in groups with people I really don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's in with me, and I've never worked with Bill before either. I've only worked with Ali, and I think I worked with the dude with the ponytail one time.
Oh, trying to think who that is.
I know everybody knows him. I don't know who he is. I can't remember his name. I've never really had a ton of interaction with him. Huh? Yeah, that guy. Oh, okay. Yeah, he seems all right though. I mean, he seems cool.
Oh, he's all right guy. I've done one live sale with him.
Yeah,
it wasn't great. It wasn't great. It's like when Ali and Bill on there. I don't know. People tend to spend money better. but yeah, it was that. Yeah, I remember that show I was on there because they messaged me. Hey, we're trying to see if you can about the commission, and I was like, well, I didn't sell anything that show.
Yeah,
I said, so what do I send for zero? I thought I had to send money for like zero sales because I never had a sale. I never had a sale until I did it with Rage, and I sold zero. And so I was like, do I have to send something for nothing? And they're like, oh no, I'm sorry. Then they messaged me again about it months later. And I was like, y'all just messaged me about this like months ago. And I was like, I didn't have any sales that day. I'm sorry.
Watch that replay, folks.
It was like, sorry, man. And then I had joined late on that. I was like, I forgot I had something going on. And I ended up joining late. And I ended up only doing like 30 minutes. So if anybody knows, if you jump on that show for 30 minutes, you basically got one round. You might have, I had 2 rounds, but it didn't feel like 2. But yeah, I didn't sell anything that show. But anytime on there with Bill and Ali.
Yeah, I think Ali is doing our sale on Sunday with me and Jeff and Ali and all the guys. But I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I got a lot more books. I just got to pull, but it's like, yeah, I'm just trying to. If I sell all of those books I've shown, I probably got rid of like 2 boxes of slabs.
Yeah, I've got 1 box sitting here of like 18 slabs I'm going to be moving, and then I've got a couple of buddies that I reached out to and said, hey, I'm doing this sale. And I tried to get out of it. I mean, they were just adamant I was going to do this sale, though. So I had to reach out to a couple people and say, hey, I need some books.
Ali.
Yeah. I was like, I need some books to sell for this sale that I don't have enough for. So a couple of things I'll have in there are going to be definitely like, this is kind of like my personal collection book here. I'll let it go for the right price, but whatever. This is one that's pretty rare, hard to find. The very first Call of Duty comic book, and this is it's like a 1 in 25 or something variant.
Huh.
It's pretty kick-ass cover. Yeah, it's
cool, man. Yeah.
Super, super hard to find that one from what I gather, talking to a few people, but I'll have that one, and I'll have a couple of 9.6 Transformer 1s that I missed the mark on.
How
I'm
much
telling
is
you
the
what.
Transformers 1 for 9.6?
I've got 2 of them. I was gonna put them up for 300.
Okay.
So, one of them, it's the same thing as that Swamp Thing, man. It's got one little, just tiny little
The
bit of,
imperfection.
yeah, and it almost like looking at it in person. And the reason why I think at some point, if I send it in a couple of more times, I think it would eventually get through and hit the 9.8, is because it almost looks like part of the art for the book.
That's one of the ones you get Bill Sienkiewicz to sign.
Yeah.
It'll end up getting a 9.8. Watch.
Yeah. Yep. Because I mean, it looks like it could be a part of the art almost, but I was just like,
I
I
know
ain't gonna.
when they're grading the signature books, they are very faster. And people don't
Yeah.
think they're faster grading books with those because they have a time frame to hit to get those
Yeah.
books out. And
Yep.
yeah, so they don't spend as much time and delay those books like a lot of others. Like the book I showed, that X-23 book. If it would have had a 9.2, I wouldn't have been mad. But it's but I think them grading as fast as they did probably got it to 9.4.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is. I'll take it. I mean, it looks the part. It doesn't look like it could be. Packing up Tacoma's books. Tacoma bought some books from me.
I'm not gonna show the current grade on this book because if you go to my Instagram, we have a bit of a guessing game going on there, and every now and then when I have
a book came back already, like the one you couldn't guess. I thought you had just sent it back.
No. This is one I bought at Heroes. It was an 8.5, and I had already cracked it. I've already got it back, and this is the old label.
Okay.
That I've just got taped to the front there. But if you go to my chiropractor Instagram, you can take a guess at what you think the grade came back as.
What was the original grade?
8.5.
8.5. Okay. All right.
So, but I will have this up for sale at the show, and that'll be the only time you get to see the actual grade that book hit until my Heroes Con documentary type video that I did comes out on our Two Brothers Comics channel whenever we get that rolling again, because I kind of did like a documentary style video on why I sold pretty much every big book. Pretty much I let go of all my superhero comics. I mean, anything that wasn't Turtles, big books, or Mortal Kombat and Power Rangers, I sold it. Captain America's, the Ghost Riders, Fantastic Fours. I mean, everything that I really love and have put a lot of effort and hard work into obtaining, I sold it all in one sale on Elite to get ready for Heroes Con. And so I did a video that I just kind of documented the whole weekend and talked about everything and how I was feeling at the beginning of the day going into the show, how I felt at the end of the day leaving the show, getting back, how, and looking at the books in better lighting, how I thought it was going to go, sending them off to be pressed.
Heroes Con, Dustin? Are you going back next year to Heroes Con?
Oh, I'll never miss that show ever again.
It's too close for him. He's not gonna.
Yeah.
Well,
not even that.
It's just that everybody's talking about going to Heroes Con again. So.
Yeah. I haven't stopped talking about Heroes since last year when I got back. As far as a true comic book convention, I don't think. I mean, I'm literally getting like goosebumps thinking about it right now. Like it's that serious for me. It's the most
everybody
wonderful.
knows who Mike Mignola is. Everybody loves Hellboy. You know what? I really wish you would fucking not draw Conan.
I
I really wish this guy would not draw fucking Conan.
That's gross.
Is Conan sick?
Conan looks very sick. I don't know.
It doesn't even look like him.
But Mike, stop drawing Conan.
He almost looks like that. Looks more like Turok than Conan.
It's so bad, bro.
You know who that looks like? That look like Spike as Conan.
I have the same book by a different artist, and Now that's Conan. Look at that. There he is. Conan. He's perfect.
Yeah.
That's what Conan looks like, Mike. Just so you know.
He'll probably say, I didn't draw. That wasn't Conan I drew. They took that picture and I told them that was Turok.
I can't believe that. I couldn't believe it when I picked up.
I'm thinking about throwing this up on the elite sale too.
That's beautiful.
That's
a nice one.
1 in 50. Only reason I said I might not do it because if they announce another Elizabeth Olsen signing, the price difference just to add her signature's pricey, but you're talking like I think what did your boy sell this before on Elite? I think he sold for 800 or 900, something like that, with her signature. So it's like a price increase, like $400 or something like that.
It's a really beautiful book. That's really nice.
But yeah, I'm thinking I probably will throw it up because I love it. I like it, but again, I can't keep everything, man. It's too much.
Man, this book here.
You're not gonna be on the hunt this Friday then.
I messaged them and I haven't heard back to get an earlier slot by an hour, which would be like right after Dustin does his.
Right.
So I'll see what they said. I'll see what Bill says. That's who's like, I think that's who's hosting it Friday, I think. And I'm guessing Ali's doing it Sunday. That's how it's probably gonna fall out. Bill's probably doing it Friday all day.
Yeah.
I think they're probably gonna start early on Sunday, so it'll probably be Sunday all day, like 8 hours probably of freaking live sales with Ali. Saturday,
those guys are gonna be fucking tired, man. They're doing a lot of sales. Hey, what is it? 3 days worth of sales?
The last sale that me and my buddies that I sell with on Elite, we sell on there like once a quarter basically at this point. And we went for how long did we go, Russell? Like 14 hours straight.
Holy shit.
Like it was ridiculous.
Y'all went long that I think it was like y'all started during it, but it was like late at night, y'all was still going. Then y'all started like
we started at like 3 o'clock and we were still going.
It was like midnight and they were still going.
Yeah.
But the sales were good. The sales were good.
Yeah.
People were buying. The only time it got slow is when it didn't even really get slow at the end when they were stopping the show. It's just that, hey, we're tired. Everybody's tired. That's the only reason they had to shut it down. But even at the end, people were buying stuff. But they were doing good deals on books you don't see often. If you do see them, they're priced out of your price range. So
yeah.
So it was some good sales on that.
You know, sometimes I get a book in my hands that is given to me to work on, and I'm just like, this book is so fragile.
Oh, fuck yeah, bro.
I don't even think I'm going to attempt to clean it. I will press it for you, but I am not going to try to clean this thing because it's this Avengers 2 here. But I mean, the entire spine is just
hanging on.
Yeah, I mean, the top staple is the only one that's attached, but the rest of the spine, it's like sectioned off. It's like barely attached and sectioned.
Jesus.
This is a book I'm actually thinking about sending you when I send all my older books.
And I don't mind working on a spine like that, but I won't. The chipping when you start getting the corners and stuff like that, you could really wreck a book if you're not careful. And like that's too damaged to be really, really heavily working on it.
I'm probably gonna send you this one because this came from an original owner and it wasn't pressed and clean. And it's not a witness sig; it's a verified anyway. So I could send it back to CBCS, but when I look at the back,
if you send it back, do you have to send it with that yellow label, or are you gonna send it back without any labels?
I don't have to send it back with the label. I don't want them to do like CGC did because CGC kind of told what they do. You send it back with the label, you're not going to get anything lower than the grade that we already gave you. That's exactly, and guess what happened? Every book I got the exact same grade.
The exact same grade, yeah.
Yeah, I would never do that.
I would never do that.
But look, you see the little, like a little dent down there.
And it looks to be about a 3/4 inch crease there. So I mean, that's enough to kill you by at least half a point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the guy who I bought it from, Chris knows the guy who I bought it from. I can't say who I bought it from because we get some good deals, but I can't say it on live video, but he said he thinks it could be an 8. So
That seems really weird. What was it, Gaddafi or something? Like, who the fuck did you buy that book off of?
oh no, I can't. As I said, I really can't say oh.
I know. I'm just like, what the hell, man?
Because Chris got some good deal. Like some books like some books he's shown that he's won rounds on the hunt with.
Yeah,
like in the last 2 months. I think he hadn't shown many people, but I knew he bought it because I follow the same guy.
Right.
So I was like, I was waiting for him to pop off, and I was like, oh, there it is.
Those punk ass bastards at CGC. I found it.
Hey, but I ain't gonna lie. But if this could actually get to the 8.5, that would match his first appearance. So that's what I'm really hoping for. But if it just gets a 1 bump, I'm happy with it. I mean, Joe Sennett.
What Fantastic Four is that again, sir?
53. It's the second appearance of Black Panther and first appearance of Claw, and a letter from Danny O'Neill. It's kind of cool how these writers and artists sent letters in, and they end up working for the company later on. As you know, they did it as kids, and then they end up working for the company. It's kind of cool. I think it's kind of cool. But you can tell us we haven't been touched. So.
I don't know. I think the doctor found something on his book that CGC fucked up. What happened there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he is because his camera like froze after he moved it.
Oh, I heard him. I heard him go. There it is. There it is.
Yep. So yeah, that's exactly what happened. So I've got this Aquaman here. Nick Cardy, last 12th center for Aquaman. Beautiful damn cover. 1969.
Cover, man. That's actually.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Aquaman actually has a lot of good covers. Just nobody cares.
I'm not gonna lie.
Aquaman.
I never liked Aquaman. That's a nice cover. That's
dude. Nick Cardy.
He has a lot of good covers, bro.
The
like
sun in the background. Him just. Yeah. I don't know. It's just a really great cover.
Didn't Neil Adams do some covers too as well later on?
Yep, he sure did.
I think the colors on that cover are nice with the green Aquaman, the green
9.4, 9.4. Wow, so they did. So it's a 9.4 Silver Age book,
and I'm pissed.
The doctor.
Did they seal it into the plastic?
You see the crease right here in this corner?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Those bastards.
That hadn't have been. I know if you pressed it, it wasn't there.
No, it wasn't. I'm sitting here like I even looked at the grader's notes because this book I wasn't even thinking. I never considered it getting anything outside of a 9.8. Like it's that bad. A 9.6 wasn't in consideration. That book will hit a 9.8. So when I saw 9.4, I mean, I almost just turned my truck into a guardrail. I was so mad. And I looked at the grader's note and it says crease top right corner. And I have looked and I'm just sitting here looking at it again. And I mean, it's so hard to get the light to bend through all that plastic to get to the book to see it. And I finally just caught it out of the corner of my eyes. Like, there it is. Okay. I was like, all right, well, the grade's legit, but the crease that's there, y'all got some explaining to do on that one.
the crease is not legit.
That's right. So I'm sending that one back.
You got to figure
sending this one back.
Oh, hello.
That is not okay right there.
I got a book that I might send you just to look at.
I like looking at books.
to get, I need another set of eyes in person to think what should we do with this book, and plus we can actually look up the grader notes on this one because
that's a piece of shit. You don't want to look at that.
Yeah, right now it is. Yeah, right now it is. Oh yeah, right now it has like a little tear right here. Like you kind of see right there.
I mean, I'm just saying I've been known to mend some tears on some books.
But I mean, it looks more mid.
You asked B. Ramey about a book that they had a tear on it, and then when he got it back, he was like, "Hey, where's that tear at?" And I was like, "You tell me." because the CGC guys couldn't find it either. I said, it's a hot glue is a wonderful thing, dude. Just messing with him.
Hot glue. Listen to you.
You could kind of see, like, well, you know, I could send you a greater notes. The biggest issue is that tear, some little creases right here.
Yeah.
If you're gonna hot glue it, you might as well oil the front to make it nice and shiny.
Has like a little scratch on the red X.
Okay.
The chip right at the bottom, behind by Magneto. On the cover, little chip on the cover. But I don't think this book was really touched. This is one of those things that I'm not gonna lie. Back in the day, I would be like, oh, I'm not sending that in there pressed and clean. I don't want to mess anything up. So I'm thinking that's what somebody probably did with this book. And plus, it's the CBCS with the tabs, so still a good possibility with it not being pressed and clean. So, like I said, I have to get another set of eyes on it.
Okay. Yeah, I've gotten to the point where when I'm looking at a book, I'm not looking for a reason to crack it. I'm looking for something that points out, like, all right, I shouldn't crack this. This right here is legit. Like, everything is crackable in my eyes until I see otherwise.
Yeah.
I got a 9.4 Secret Wars 8. I'm seriously thinking about cracking that. I definitely have a 9.0 He-Man #1. I want to crack that for sure.
Nice.
I just haven't gotten around to crack my own books yet.
Yeah, I hear you.
Just working on customer books, so
I gotta send these all to CGC. These are all the dead soldiers from the last 6 months. And I had a stack probably twice this big before I turned them in, and then now I got these. So
yeah, because if anybody knows about when you get to these Silver Age keys, even a 0.5 bump is worth it. Even if this got into, or put it like this, even if it stayed a 4.5 in CGC's case, it's still worth it. So that's why I'm kind of leaning at it, because it's like even if it stayed a 4.5, it's worth it. But if it happens to bump to a 5.0,
do you guys has somebody got on their graders notes bad pressing?
Yeah, that's my buddy Richie. So the guy that taught me how to press and clean, that's his brother. So that's all the the group of guys that I work with all the time that live out here by me. We hit shows together and stuff. And so Richie sends this book in and he gets that back. And so we give him hell for about 3 days about it. We get the book in and we start looking at it and we're like, man, I don't there's no way the press could have done whatever was going on with this book. It was this pattern that was absolutely perfect throughout the entire book, but it was like, it wasn't necessarily into the paper. It looked like it happened when the ink was wet or something. Like it was like embedded into the ink almost. And it was the front, back, the spine. Like when we looked at the dead center of the actual spine and you see it on there, it's like, there's nothing that would have been touching that spine with the book laying flat. Like, come on, man. Yeah. So, but just getting those graders notes, that was hilarious though. We had that's never been seen before to my knowledge. I've never seen it. We were killing him with that.
Nobody. It made the rounds of Instagram and people like Leaker know about it. So yes, nobody has heard that.
Well, I am a comic book presser. I keep my ear to the ground for fucking weird shit like that.
Yeah.
CDC is starting to look for pressing. You really gotta fucking keep your nose clean, when they press clean, man.
Try to keep up with whatever new bullcrap they're trying to hit us for. And
what a new thing was, and this like happened last year to me, the UV light.
Yeah.
They started hitting they were hitting people with covers clean when you use the UV light.
Well, yeah, because UV also takes out color from the fucking color. Like it doesn't just take out dirt; it takes out color. UV light, it's not a terrible tool. It's just you really have to be fucking careful with it.
Yeah, some of these guys are overdoing it.
Yeah, man.
And I'm gonna start buying those books.
4 hours.
Because-
What are you doing?
Yeah. We may or may not have figured out a way to kind of reverse that a little bit. So
All right.
we've sent in a couple testers, and if they come back blues, then
Well, I know your back covers are really white. I'm looking at your back covers, and obviously you're doing something more than using an eraser. So
me personally, I'm not. No, I use nothing but eraser. It's
Okay.
it's eraser and elbow grease. But I've got a buddy of mine, and I think I've given him 2 books to work on. One of them being my Hulk 105 that I bought from Nickel and Dime, like right around Christmas. That 9.0 I had.
right.
We bumped it. I mean, it got it to a 9.2 or a 9.4. I can't remember what it came back as, but it bumped. But he's the mad scientist, and you know but he doesn't work on books for people. Like he'll mess with something of mine or something that
No, I
belongs
get it.
to
I
his
get it.
brother or something. But the stuff that
R&D
he does
department,
is, yeah, the stuff he does is he's like, it takes me so much time to do this. Like, I don't want to be doing it for everybody. He's like, I just, I don't mind doing it for y'all. He's like, I just enjoy doing this for my books and stuff. But yeah, anything I do.
What do you think about wet cleaning, Justin? What do you think about wet cleaning?
I mean, I've seen it in person, and I mean, the things that it can do for the removing water stains and stuff like that is incredible. It's absolutely incredible. And it's another one of those deals though, where you can't just say like, I plan on getting into that? Absolutely. Because I've got books that, personally I would like to work on, but it would be one of those things where, if I'd be very, very hard for me to open that up for customers, because
that's so scary, bro. That way, it's so scary, man.
I wouldn't. It would be hard for me to open it up to them, and I'd tell them straight up, like, look, this is the process.
Yeah,
this is what can happen.
Yeah,
if things go south, and if things go south, sorry, they would have to sign a wager.
You could have to tear a whole cover off because it's wet.
Yeah.
You could do so many bad
It's sketchy.
things.
It's definitely
so sketchy, bro.
We did it to my Fantastic Four number 6.
Right.
I bought a FF6 that, beautiful copy. It was snow white front and back, but it had water damage and it had mold on it.
Mm-hmm.
So we were trying to get some of the mold stains off, and it worked to an extent. It lightened it up a lot, but it didn't
quite.
It didn't quite do the job. I think it bumped it a half a point, but then I lost page quality.
Peroxide and water mix to do it, I'm guessing that's what you're using.
Actually, no peroxide at all.
Okay.
You've heard of Immaculate Comics? He does the Immaculate, so he's got his Immaculate, and so my buddy has come up with his own. He doesn't use the suggested amount by that guy. He uses, and I don't even know if it's more or less. I haven't even gotten into that with him. But he just uses that and distilled water, and literally sits and watches it the entire time it runs over the cover for hours, and he will stand there and watch it and not take his eyes off these books for hours. That's why he won't do it for everybody. He's not opening himself up to everybody, because one book can take him literally 8 hours just to get it through the wash process, and then he's got to press it or put it in the tanning bed, and then he's going to press it. But he's definitely okay. I'll be in there in just a second. I didn't even know it started yet. I'm coming right. I'll be in there in a second.
The wrestling thing. So
yeah, my son just came in here and he's like, "Hey, come on." But
I totally forgot about it too. I didn't realize
it's all good. But yeah, it's just one of those things where he's done enough of them and really honed in the perfect time period for each step, to where you're not going to hurt the book and you're not going to go too far and get the purple label or the green label. So, for me, a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's restoration." I'm like, it's more or less. To me, it's bringing the book back to you're still just cleaning it. I mean,
Yeah,
you're taking
I don't
stuff
look
off
at it
that
as
wasn't.
restoration. I don't know if I'll. I want to get involved in it, but I don't know if I ever will because it's just such a hard thing to do. But I don't think
Oh
it's
yeah,
restoration. If you're just cleaning a stain off the book,
yeah,
you're not adding paint. You're not adding ink.
right. For
You're
me,
not,
restoration is adding something.
yeah, you're not cutting the cover. You're not doing any of that stuff.
Hmm.
So ah, it's hard for me to call that restoration. I know CGC looks at it like that if they catch it.
Hmm.
I can't say that's restoration.
Yeah.
Here's
And
the other
they've
book.
even gone back now on cleaning staples. Like they're not giving you conserve for that anymore. They're gonna let you go with it.
Really
Yep.
interesting.
Here's the other book I'll probably let you look at too.
Okay.
It's a 8.5, off-white pages, red, old red label.
Yeah.
Modern.
Yeah, I would. I'd send it.
I mean, I would let you look at it first and see if you like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. I
Because
mean, anything you want to send just for me to look at, man, I'm good with that.
because it's one of those things like, is it worth cracking? If we think we can get a 9 out of it, yeah, of course.
Right.
But if not, then I'll just leave it like this. But I'll be like, crack it and send it without the label. I want to keep the label.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. For sure.
So, but yeah, that's the other book. I was trying to remember what the other book was before you go, and I'm probably gonna send it to you like those X-Men books.
Okay.
So, but yeah, you go ahead, go enjoy the show, man.
Yep.
Dustin, man.
Yeah.
I might be able to catch up with you guys for a little bit in the morning. We'll see.
Yeah, man. If I actually want to have you on maybe a show for just a little bit by yourself. We could talk about some pressing one of these days.
Yeah, I'm good with that, dude.
Yeah,
I'm good with that for sure.
Yeah,
Y'all just let me know.
You're pretty awesome at it. You got your shit together. It's pretty cool. I think
I
the people might want to know. The people might want to know.
Much appreciated. Well, you guys have a good night, man. I'm gonna go in here and hang out with my kid and watch this wrestling.
Peace, bro.
All right.
See ya.
Peace. I'm just going through books, thinking about what I might sell. This might be another one I might let go.
Got a lot of nice slabs over there, Mr. Who Dat.
Yeah, but I'm kind of like, what's up, Chef Harris? Chef Harris is in the house. Just another one you don't see in this high of a grade.
Yeah.
So I am thinking about letting it go as well. I'd rather have the first appearance of the Justice League than the first appearance of the Teen Titans.
Yeah, Brave and the Bold, 28?
Yeah, compared to 54,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still good, pretty cool, but
I'd much rather have that. But yeah, and which is funny because all it is the first Justice League. The only real first appearance in that is what Starro.
Yeah. That's the same thing with this book. Is nobody's first appearance.
Yeah.
Now this would have actually been a bigger book if was it Wonder Girl or whatever her name is that appears in the second issue.
Yeah.
She appears in Brave and Bold 55. If she was in this book, then it would be a little bit bigger of a book because that would be her first appearance and the first appearance of the Teen Titans.
Right.
Yeah, but because her first appearance book is actually cheap, by itself because that's the only key in it. So thinking about that one, I'm just looking at books and I'm thinking about letting go. And that probably, by Tuesday, by next week, it probably will be on the chopping block. Can't keep everything, and I got other priorities.
That's it. I'm actually going to be going through my books during the week at some point in time. Probably do it online, and I'm going to be doing the should I keep it or should I slab it and sell it? Kind of a thing, I think.
Yeah. I need to just get back into my if I'm gonna send it off to get slabbed, I just need to I need to just sell it.
Well, yeah, you started keeping. Well, you've got a lot of good slabs. It's hard to sell some of those, man.
It's hard to sell some of those stuff, but it's.
I just mean that by they're really good books. You're a comic collector.
Here's another one. I think I've shown it before, so I'm not hiding anything. But this is one I'm probably going to put on there as well.
Boom.
Second comic appearance of Ahsoka.
Yeah.
And a 9.8, but it has 4 signatures.
Yeah, it's
so
a big book, man. That's a big book.
It's probably one of the only
You gotta sell that now though, because Ahsoka's coming out like what in
a few weeks, huh?
Couple weeks, yeah, and it looks pretty fucking dynamite. I'm not gonna lie. She was awesome as Ahsoka. I'm glad they picked her, and her cameo in Mandalorian was fucking amazing.
Yeah, that was like one of the highest rated episodes.
Yeah, it's so amazing. Well, that's also because they said, which made that book ridiculous. They said Emperor Thrawn is that's all it took was them to mention his name, and that book went to $1,000.
Yeah, quick. And like, so this one's signed by Rosario Dawson, Ashley Eckstein, who played the voice, Matt Landner, who played voice of Anakin, and James Arnold Taylor, who played the voice of Obi-Wan. So 4-time signed. I think only one of 2 on the census with 4 signatures. And I do have both.
So I like it, man.
Look at this guy. This guy just getting back.
Look at that motherfucker right there.
This guy here.
Chris, people were doing CBCA awards last night on K-Pop's channel. I think she's actually on live now, but people were doing their awards, and I kept trying to mention you for hair and facial hair and stuff, man. I was like, I don't know if you've seen Chris's hair. He's fucking got the hair.
They haven't. I didn't know his hair was that. I knew his hair was long. I didn't know it was that long.
Me neither, bro. When he took it out, I was like, what the frig?
Yeah, it's long. It's been I haven't cut it in a while.
Oh, here's another one too. I forgot to show that I'm going to be selling. And I couldn't believe what the last 2 sales of this book was.
Yeah,
I saw somebody at the convention who had that Star Wars book.
Oh, the Star Wars book.
No, they had the Star Wars book, and it was signed by just Ashley Eckstein, and he was like, "Oh," I was like, "Yeah," and he's telling me how much. I think he wanted like something like $950 or something stupid for it.
Yeah, it's outrageous right now, man. It's outrageous.
Well, I said to him, I was like, I have a friend who has 2 of them that are signed 4 times. I was like, I don't know how he's gonna try and sell that, but I mean, he's like, "Oh, he's doing it? Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's just like, "Oh, I didn't know that." I was like, yeah, it's kind of a tough one. You have to figure it out. And I was like, I guess. But he was like, his eyes lit up when I said that because he was like, "Oh, he does have it." Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, he's got them." I was like, he lives in New Orleans, so you're not getting it today. I was going to tell him, like, "Oh, guess what?"
But but his price is actually not far off. He's a little high. The reason why I say he's a little high because of 2 times. Well, one with 2. Well, actually, he might not be far off. It was a 9.8.
I think it was actually a 9.6.
Okay, well, a 9.6 double sign sold for like $700, but this was last year. This was last year. They haven't had a single signed copy pop up in like 3 years, and they haven't had one with more than 2 signatures pop up at all ever. One with more than 2, and then the 2 signed book I think popped up. I think it was 2021 or 2022. So it's been a while. They don't pop up often when people get them signed like that.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm gonna put it on Elite. I'm gonna put it at a premium price. I mean, I'm basically pricing in the signatures plus my time and sweat and freaking
blood, my tears.
Almost blood. It was tears. It was tears and sweat. It's almost blood. How many people was in that little area? So it's gonna be priced over $3,000.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that even if you went to this fan expo, I don't think you would have been able to get more than 4. I know for a fact you could get Ashley Eckstein because she's there. Hayden Christensen's there, so you could have got him. Rosario Dawson.
That would have been
canceled.
a good one. Yeah, that would have been.
So Rosario Dawson canceled, and I don't think that they have. I think the voice of Obi-Wan is there, but I don't know about the other guy.
Matt Lantern. Matt Lantern and James Arnold.
He might be there. Actually, I think.
Yeah, usually all 3 of them travel together, unless one time. Well, unless they get sick, and then because I want to say Matt Lantner. He came to Dallas, but the convention the week before he missed because he said he got sick with like a stomach bug.
Yeah. So yeah, you could have got it. You could have got it. I think 4 times signed with instead of it being, I guess, the biggest name being Hayden Christensen instead of Rosario Dawson. But
The funny thing is, I could have got Hayden Christensen on both of those. I could have had it 5 times signed,
Yeah.
but Hayden Christensen prices was like getting Rosario Dawson and Ashley X signed.
Yeah.
It's like getting
Oh,
both of those signed. That's how much he charges. It's like $250 for his signature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because he's only.
I don't know. I don't know. You know what his like he kind of had like a I guess like a delay in his flight or some shit like that. So people were like all scared because it was just like, I guess he was supposed to have a panel yesterday, and they were just like, he's not doing his panel. And then I guess like they posted this morning like, his flight's getting delayed, but he's gonna be here. We swear to God.
Dude, like he's not the only one. If he's flying just a regular airline, dude,
Yeah.
it's like if you get your flight on time, you did. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And because lately people have been getting delayed on everything. Like it's crazy. Like my mother-in-law took her 3 days to fly to get from New Orleans to like New York. Took her 3 days.
Oh, wow.
And it took her, and after she got there, she got to Egypt, but it literally took her 4 days from New Orleans to Egypt. And that's not flight time. That's just delayed, canceled. Like she had like 6 flights canceled. 6 flight canceled amongst 2 different airlines. She tried Southwest because she was getting Southwest to New York, and she tried Delta, I think, and they got canceled. Everything was getting canceled. Said it was bad weather in New York. She looks up New York weather, clear skies.
Well, if this was last week, we had the bad weather. If it was last weekend,
it must have been like I guess they couldn't fly above the weather to you guys because the New York weather actually was. She said this is what she said. She said she looked up New York weather and it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing they couldn't fly over or around where it was over you guys.
Yeah, because it was probably further. Like if it wasn't actually in New York, I think the storm was big, so I think it might have been out at sea. So if you're going, if you're going to be traveling to Egypt, then you're going to be flying over the Atlantic Ocean. So there had to be something out there that they couldn't deal with.
Last week, storm, in Detroit, like K-pop lost all their power last week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was a huge storm because we're
in a drought down here. Y'all getting all the rain.
Yeah, no, we got
for real.
The rain.
Like we got to do it's so bad that they just announced today they have a burn ban. You can't burn anything because we've been like without rain for like a month. And with the temperatures being 100 plus every day, something will catch on fire. This whole block might burn down.
Yeah. It's been hot as fuck where I live, bro. It's been super, super hot too. I get you.
And then last month was so crazy. That was July.
Actually nice.
In June, it rained almost every day, but it was only little showers. It was quick little showers, but it was like summer showers. In the month of June.
I got a little sick yesterday. I think it's because I was out in the heat for 2 days in a row, and I was just feeling like shit last night.
Oh yeah, the dehydration.
It's so funny.
Bad. And what's so crazy about it? Like, because they do warn people here. It's like you can't replace your electrolytes and all that stuff fast enough. You sweat it out too fast. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Because unless you like have an IV while you're working, that's the only way you can keep it.
Well, especially like most people don't like. I'm not counting my electrolytes every day. I'm not. I eat like shit. I'm not like.
You're not like as soon as you have sweating, you're not like, oh, let me hurry and drink something.
Yeah. It's mostly French fry oil that's coming out.
He's like, I smell fries.
Yeah,
that's fries.
French fries and burgers.
Oh man, but yeah, I'm actually excited about this Elite sale. I'm gonna pull out books that I probably wasn't gonna sell if the sale starts off really good.
Yeah, man.
Well, a lot of things.
Sales have been pretty slow. The last sale you and I tried to do was pretty.
It was
slow.
Pretty bad.
It was pretty slow.
Yeah. It's I sold a couple of books through Elite on their page. I sold the Star-Lord, the 5/5 Star-Lord. I sold that one, and then I sold the 9-2 Jubilee. So I end up, so like stuff is selling, but it's like I haven't had really much luck on YouTube. It's always been through them. So that's why I'm kind of excited about the sale with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a little bit of, I did some hunting where I was looking at stuff, but unfortunately, there's a lot of books that are very expensive right now. That were at the show, and it's like, oh, that sucks. But I will say this much: I definitely picked up. I definitely picked up a couple of round winners that aren't like ultra expensive, but I know I'll win rounds with them, so that makes me happy.
Yeah, I haven't honestly. I got some books that I need to get graded to sell, but I don't want to spend any money for grading yet. I haven't been buying anything, which is a little out of the norm for me. But if I don't sell much, I don't buy any. I don't buy anything, so that's how it's kind of been. So.
Yeah, I haven't
Well,
really
it's
been
been for
buying
me
much
for a
'cause I haven't
while.
sold
Like, I
anything.
gotta wait. Like I gotta replenish a lot.
At least nothing big, anyway.
Yeah, and then,
no, I'm not getting anything. I'm not getting anything big. Just like I don't think anything big. Probably I won't buy anything big until
I'll be right back.
I go to Rhode Island, and even then I don't think I'm gonna buy anything big. I think I'm going to, like, when I'm thinking about what I'm getting signed and what I'm doing, I'm probably only gonna do just the signatures on the books that I want, and then I think that there's only one thing I'm kind of contemplating, and I'm contemplating maybe cracking the Turtles number 4, the second print that I got. That was a 9-2. It's a CBCS, and it's not signed or anything like that. So I'm thinking of maybe cracking that, having Kevin Eastman sign it, and then resubmitting it. So
might as well get it pressed, get it cleaned.
Yeah. So that's one thing. The only problem is that it's going to be with captions, so I don't think I have to press it again.
You got anything going on in the hunt this week, Chris? Are you fighting?
I'm gonna get my goddamn revenge against Nick.
Oh, right.
And stomp people into the ground. So that's okay.
All right.
I have plenty of books.
Dude, come on. I know the books you have. You pretty much and I have a very similar collection, but whatever.
No. Yeah, like when I say I have round ones, like so I picked up a couple commissions, and I am very confident.
You're stocked, are you? You're stocked. All right.
Well, yeah, and then like there were other books I got back from CGC from a convention in April. So it's like I have those. I have other books that I bought. So it's just like that there's
like your confidence will be your downfall, Darth.
Never. never. No, I'm good for a little bit. And then the other books that I sent out at Terrificon, when those come back, people got to just hide.
All right.
Because there's some things.
Somebody working their way up to a heavyweight championship or what?
Oh please, I've been there before. I know that. I know that when it comes to that, when it comes to just the books in general, it's just I have some good stuff, and I have a trick I'm gonna pull on somebody. I tell you that right now, and it's gonna be sad when I do it. I tell you that right now.
All right.
So whoever I do it to is gonna be mad at me. I know that because it's just gonna be
fair.
It's gonna be fun to do though, just because I'm just looking at a bunch of different stuff, and it was funny because it's a book that I sent out to get graded, and then I picked up another one at Terrificon, and I was at the show yesterday, and I saw another one. So I was like, oh, let me take a look, and I looked at it, and I'm like, I don't know about this, but it was actually cheaper than the one I picked up at Terrificon and the original one I sent out to get graded. So I'm like, oh, cool.
Okay.
So it's just like I just need a revolving door of being able to see certain artists, and then we'll be in business. Just be like, oh,
I like it.
Yeah, here you go. Yeah, grade that, please. And oh, here you go, grade that. And then
I'm
I
about,
just
to,
keep
I'm about
going.
to do that with my collection. Actually, I'm about to rip it apart and take what I want and sell most of it. To be honest.
I'm not gonna sell most of my stuff because there's too much stuff that I like, but
Well,
I do
there's
know
stuff I
that.
really want that I like more. That's the problem.
Yeah. No. Well, the thing is, for me, I know
And
that
I'm not, like, I don't really care about winning the hunt all the time. I just really wanna. I just
I
really
don't care
like.
about.
I want.
Yeah.
I want Robert Crumb books. I want books that are important to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I hear you.
I gotta run a Batman books from 1,000 to whatever, and I'm just like, who do I give a fuck about this fucking run of Batman books? Somebody will love it, and I'll love
Like
something
so, the
else.
newer Batmans from 1,000 to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
No, I have a similar with Flash and Green Lanterns, which I actually really like that. Like I was having fun reading that.
I got
And
a whole thing.
have
I got like every
Batman.
Future State comic that ever was. I've got, Superman. I got
Yeah.
tons of fucking Marvel shit. Tons of covers I bought that, like, why, things like that.
Yeah, no, I have a bunch of stuff where it's just like, I mean, I have a bunch of like just stuff that I could easily do, like a dollar sale or at least something like that. Like, yeah,
Mhm.
like one to like $5 sale. It's just like, get rid of a bunch of different stuff. It's just, I would ask people to bear with me. That was gonna take me a while to ship it all to people. But it's
Yeah.
like, I could easily get rid of that stuff and just like, all right, don't need any of this anymore. And then, just
Sometimes
when
you
it
got to
comes,
give up some bigger stuff to get bigger stuff. That's just the way that.
yeah. Well, I'm not necessarily getting rid of anything big. It's just I'm just trying to get rid of stuff I have, and then it's just like one of those things where, if it's a book that I'm just seeing over and over again, where it's like, like I had a few different books that I used to see all the time, and I just never like I literally probably could have had about, and I'm trying to give a realistic number, probably about like 50 or 60 New Mutant 98s, because I just used to see them all the time. Like I would see them at different, like after I got it when I was 17, I just kind of kept going to different shops, and I would see them, and I would never buy them because like, I already have this, I don't need this. And so like I would see it, I mean literally for years I would just see it everywhere, and prices like $3 to like, I think the highest price one I ever saw was like $10 or something like that. And it's just like I could. So if I was thinking that way, which I wasn't, I was like, oh yeah, just keep buying them. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh,
Hindsight, baby, hindsight, right?
yeah. So now it's just like, oh, okay, well, I'll keep seeing, because if I can keep finding this, and it's cheap for like basically if it, like the book I'm talking about it's like a $50 book, or at least when I got it was $50. So if it's $50 or under and it's in really good shape, it's like, yeah, give me. I'll keep buying that and sending it, and I'll keep buying it, seeing if I can get it, signed at some point, and then just send it out to get graded, and then just be just keep that going, because it's like every time, especially if it comes back at 90, every time it's just like, oh yeah, like there you go, I'll sell this, and I'll sell this, and I'll sell this one. It's like, oh, does someone like this comic? I'll sell it, because like but I don't have tons and tons of stuff like that, but that's one thing I'm looking at, because it's like I definitely know that I can keep continuing to find certain books, which is easy. The harder books, I thought I got lucky, but I didn't. I saw a what was it, the Maximum Carnivore, that stupid foil one. Bitch. Then I saw that 181 foil that everybody was going crazy about before.
I don't give a shit about that shit.
Well, the guy didn't have
Savage Sword of Conan #1 is what I want. I want Savage Sword of Conan #1 is what I want.
So this is a magazine one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that.
That's the one where he has like a head in his hand or something. Huh?
Yeah.
That's Man Thing.
No, not the Man Thing. I think he has a sword.
Yeah, he's got a head. Yeah,
he's got the head in his hand. It's the first Man Thing.
Oh, okay. No, I'm thinking of something. Yeah. I like that book.
It's just an awesome cover, man. It's a wicked cover. He's got the sword above his head, holding the head in his hand. It's wicked.
And just because the Man Thing appeared in a little thing,
I know
that book got hot.
I know, it's ridiculous.
It hadn't gone down. It's crazy.
No, none of them have gone down. His like first actual comic appearance, Adventure in the Fair 10, is much more expensive than what I bought it for. Like when I got it, it was only I want to say like I paid like I think either $20 or $15 for it, and now
it's isn't it Fear 11 is his first solo comic series or first
Fear 10. Fear 10.
Fear 10 is the first comic appearance.
Well, number 11 is the first Nexus and the first
Jennifer Kale, I think, 11.
Yeah. I thought about getting that and I just never did it. But I mean, I just
11's a good one. I think 11's overlooked quite a bit, to be honest.
Oh yeah,
and then his number ones in high grade pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
His number one is actually his number one. I think is more expensive than his first solo, which is.
I have Man Thing 1. Yeah, I have that.
I have Man Thing 1. Like the first one is I think signed by Howard Shagan, and then the other one, the volume 2, I have it signed by Bob Wycheck.
Nice.
Yeah. And then that Predator one, my Predator number 1 is signed by Randy Emblin and by Sam De La Rosa.
Keep or sell, Chris. Keep or sell.
I would sell it. I'm not attached to that.
Yeah, I'm not attached to that either.
I'm not either, so that's why I'm like, that's why I actually kept it out, because I got to do a video on my phone.
But again, it depends on what kind of collection you want to have at the end of it.
I mean, the only thing I can say, like, because I know that you collect the female characters, so it's like it's the first Donna Troy. That's the only thing I think is any good about it.
They don't even say that though.
See,
I think it's the first Donna Troy. I could be wrong,
because
that's the other thing that's weird about it. Like if I know it's the first like Teen Titans, so it might be the first team of them, but like it's definitely not the first Robin. I don't think it's. I know it's not the first Aqualad. And I don't know.
It's not the first of any of them. It's not the first of any of them.
Yeah,
they all appeared in their like Kid Flash appeared in Flash. You know, Batman, going Robin, obviously Bat.
Oh yeah, no, it's not even first Donna Troy. And then
Aqualad was in Aquaman.
Oh yeah, no, sell the fuck out of that book then, because like I thought it was the first Donna Troy. It's not. I would get rid of that in a second.
Yeah, I kept it out because I got to do a video. Because what Elite does is like they'll show preview videos, like before the sale, like a day before the sale or whatever, or maybe the day of the sale. And kept it out because it's gonna be in the video. Some of the stuff I don't have priced at all because I didn't really plan on selling it, but it's just like if I want to get rid of stuff, I need to start getting rid of stuff that I don't care about as much.
I mean, it's a cool book to say that you owned it, but like that book for me, if I had it, it would mean nothing to me. I would sell that with no problem.
I like the new Teen Titans more than this one.
Yeah, well, that one, I mean, it makes sense because it's.
Well, for me, if you know what I collect African American characters, female characters.
Yeah,
that book is loaded with has what's his name, Cyborg. He got Starfire and what's her name? Raven.
Right.
Yeah,
man, boys, I gotta go make some tacos because I'm starving.
Man, make the tacos live, baby. Let's go, baby. Make it live, man. Our buddy, Kyle. He'll tell you. Our buddy Kyle will be like on these little chats live because he's in a whole different. He's in New Zealand, so it could be like whatever time it is. It'd be the opposite for him. So we'll be on here late at night. And he'd be like, "Oh, go and make me some lunch." And you're like, "Lunch?" So he'll stay on here. He'll be making his lunch, and then he'll show us, "Hey, look what I'm." And you're like, "Man, now I'm hungry."
It's not going to be fancy. I'm a welfare fucking case while I work.
No.
Poor man, so it's going to be not fancy tacos.
You're on a budget.
I am indeed.
Balling on a budget.
That's it, baby.
Right. You'll just come back. I got to pack one more book up. So.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
If not, we'll be offline. Just come back.
Yeah, I got the link. I'll come back later.
Yeah. So, all right.
Peace, gentlemen.
Let me do this last book.
Yeah, I was actually hoping to be done with the convention today, but I have another commission I have to pick up tomorrow. I was like,
"Oh, you gotta go pick up a commission."
That's the only thing I have to do. And I was like, and the dude's all excited about it. Like it's a Blade blank cover, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna hook this up nice and da-da-da. I'm like, great. And he's like, "You here tomorrow?" I'm like, "Son of a bitch, yeah, I'm here tomorrow." for the whole day. I'm like, I hope not.
Bro, I would have said no. No, I'm not. I'm not here for the whole day tomorrow. I can't. I'm sorry. I said, really?
I can.
I'd have been honest with him. Like, I ought to lie a little bit if you're gonna be there more than an hour. I'd be like, I'm gonna be here tomorrow, but it's only to pick up one item, and so I can pick up the item if you can have it done within the hour after the show starts. You know, but you're gonna have it all night. Do it tonight. Don't go eat dinner and get back to work.
Well, the thing is that type of cover too. There's no color that you can do on it. He's just gonna do like a black and white sketch on it. So I guess he's gonna put white on the. But it's just like he's not gonna do. He's not gonna be like coloring it fully or anything like that. So it's just like okay. So I mean, no, the guy's super nice and everything like that. So it's cool. I just like for me, it's just more going in there and then just kind of like just waiting around, which isn't that bad, but just like the show itself is extremely weak. Like I can say that with all honesty without being kind of a jerk about it, because I think that really when it comes down to it, like they had a bunch of artists cancel, which that happens, and there's some actors that canceled and stuff like that, which I wasn't really worried about in the first place. But it's just like, but the lineup itself wasn't spectacular. It just wasn't. And it's just like,
and it's hard when you got all those cancellations, I got, and I hate to say it, because it's Fan Expo. Fan Expo owns that, that one they do Dallas and New Orleans.
Yeah, they don't care about Boston though.
Yeah, but that's what I was about to say is I could see them eliminating Boston just because they have so much going on around the surrounding areas in those weeks. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's not that, but it sucks and it's okay. I don't know. I like the more the merrier, in my opinion, for stuff like
I
that.
I think they're changing it because I'm pretty sure that next year is I'm pretty sure they're doing it in June, which is fine. But I mean, I just I don't think it's gonna change anything. But like that's my that's my outlook on it. Because like I mean they've had it for years, and I really don't think that it's gonna make a difference. Just because they've never really had. I mean they've had some good lineups. I won't lie, but they've never had anything that's been like, oh my god, like this is the greatest thing in the world. They just kind of been like, yeah, we have this, and it's gonna be great to have, to have.
You would think the lineup there would be better than New Orleans, and I think our lineup was better than you guys.
Yeah, it's
and,
really
and that's saying a lot because we usually don't have a great lineup.
Yeah, like I'm trying to find it, and it's just like, all right, here we go. Wow, someone already knows this stuff. Fancons.com. So the confirmed dates that it's showing. Well, it's not confirmed. Son of a bitch. Well, but it does say, there's one convention that's going to be, it's going to August, but then it's going to be like the week before Terrificon, which is like, I don't know about that. I can't, it's kind of crazy, like when I think about it, just because like, Terrificon. I mean that convention is always good too, but it's like I'm not gonna sit there and crush myself right before Terrificon. Like that doesn't make any sense. But I really wish that they were nicer about this thing with planning out these dates, because they like to sit there and just like it's weird. Like I'm not sure why Wicked changed their date. Because usually Wicked's in April, so I don't know why they changed it out of there. But now they're moving it back to August, which, it's not the end of the world. It's just different. So it's not too bad. But Boston, I think, is going to be in June next year.
Yeah, I'm looking at New Orleans. New Orleans is January 5th through 7th. Probably one of the best times to come. It's not hot. It's usually not cold.
Yeah.
It might be cold for us Southerners, but for anybody from the North, y'all probably would wear shorts.
Oh yeah, it'd be like nice weather.
Yeah, so yeah, it's gonna be nice weather as far as that. I'm just checking to see if they had the media inquiries come back soon, media app accreditation application. All right, so they don't have that open yet. So I was just trying to see if they had media stuff open yet for New Orleans, but they don't have it open yet. What you think would have it open? Because it's only 4 months. Like, you know.
Yeah, that's what I messed up. I should have gotten a freaking. I should have tried to get the media thing, which I don't know if that still costs money, but I should have tried to. I should have
No,
tried
it's
to
free.
get. Yeah, see, I should have tried to get that instead of going, because then I could probably have gotten the show a little early. But even still, I mean, to get it for this show would have been stupid. Like as much as I'd be, save some
I
money.
mean,
Like, oh,
it'd been great since it wasn't a great show. You could have at least got it for free.
yeah, that's true.
Like
I do know that one guy got a press pass for Terrificon, which is like, oh, really?
But yeah, last year we didn't have as many great celebrities besides the ones I told you about. The ones you're like, man, that'd have been cool to meet. What's his name? Carl Weathers and there's a few other people. I told you they didn't really have a line on Friday.
Yeah,
and I was like, you could have just walked up to them and got something done. Which I was like, man, now I'm like, I hope they come back, but I doubt they might come back. Last year we had this is some of the artists we had last year. We had Arthur Adams, Mark Brooks, Simon Beasley, Jim Shooter, Michael Golden, Klaus Janson. That's some of the bigger names over there last year.
Yeah.
They have more than that, but they're only showing I don't know why they're only showing those. They had way more than that.
Yeah. I know so according to the Rhode Island con, Carl Weathers is going to be there, and so is Christina Ricci, and then the cast of
I thought she was going to be at Boston.
No, she's Rhode Island.
Oh, okay.
Which is fine because it's like, all right. So, but she and then what was the other one? Kevin Eastman and the cast of the Ninja Turtles cartoon. So I'm like, all right, well that works because
that'd be pretty cool to be done.
Yeah, and you just get some get that Turtles Adventures book signed by all of them, and Eastman. And then I said to Bleak, I was like, I'm contemplating cracking out that 9/2 Turtles 4 second print and having him sign that because it's like, oh well, it's it's a 9/2.
I wouldn't be contemplating it. I mean, only reason is it's not like you're cracking a 9/8.
No, well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, well, that's the thing. It's like it's a 9/2, and it's just like who knows? Press it and sends a CGC. Maybe it gets a bump. Maybe it's a 9/6. Maybe it's a 9/4, or maybe it's a 9/8, and now it's signed by Kevin Eastman.
Yeah, I hope it's not a 9/8 because then we got to make a deal.
See, I don't know if I can make that deal now. See, that's the problem because I it took me so long to get that one.
You can make that deal. You'll end up getting a 9/6 from me and probably something else. So you can make that deal. That's why hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's not because you're gonna come out on the better end, which I'm gonna be okay with. I'll be like, damn it. It's like, well, here, take this 9/6 second print and then take this other book that you don't have in your PC.
I have the first print too, which is kind of crazy. It's just like that's the problem with that one. It's just like everything with Eastman is like, all right, so because I'm trying to figure it, for not crushing me on book. Because the good thing is that like it's not too collector heavy. Too creator heavy. Where it's like, oh, I need to get like signatures from like 15 people. It's like, no, you need to get signatures from these guys here, and then the rest of the time I can sit there and be like, all right, let me get a sketch or just kind of chill out. So, which is nice. Let me see. Let me just double check this and see who's there now. So I always check it. Every like week or so just to see if there's anything that changed.
Yeah, I know my stuff hasn't I know they haven't updated anything for New Orleans, so it doesn't make sense for me to even look at Dallas. Dallas is almost a year from now. But I figured they might start putting stuff for New Orleans on there, at least now, since it's like 4 months away from the December, and once you get there, you're at the point of no return.
Now I know. Oh yeah, now I know exactly what I wanted to do. I may have to talk to Bleak and see how badly he wants that Predator #1, because I'm pretty sure
They had a preview. They had a special preview on Friday at 1 p.m. for VIP, Ultimate, and 3-day pass holders who purchase in advance. Damn.
On Friday?
On Friday. That's 2 hours before general admission. That's crazy. I have to see if the media. I know the media could get in 30 minutes early.
Yeah.
Let's see if it's earlier than 30 minutes, because I know the plan for me when I go to New Orleans is, since I'm going to stay at a hotel down there, I'm going to check into the hotel, see if I can get check-in early, have all my stuff there, and then just walk to the convention, and then I'll be right there. So that's the plan for Friday at least, and then Saturday I'll check out or whatever.
Oh, that would actually see. I don't have a God of War book, but T.C. Carson, who was the first. He was the first. He was. Oh my God. you should consider cracking that one of those Clone Wars books, because what's his name's gonna be the guy that did the voice of Mace Windu, T.C. Carson. Kratos.
Only person I'll contemplate cracking it for, because it's his first appearance is in this book too, which sometimes they say it on the slab and sometimes they don't. I don't even know what damn slab is that. Is Captain Rex, I think his name is.
Yeah.
But that's an issue 1. Issue 1 is Captain Rex's first appearance. So that's actually the only person I was thinking about cracking if I cracked the book, to add his signature. But even then, it's not worth it, because it doesn't like a premium. It's not like cracking it for Hayden Christensen or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They added Paula Abdul. Who wants to see Paula Abdul? That's funny.
I wouldn't mind at least going to see Paula Abdul.
I know. I was like, I'm so shocked. And then what's it called? D-Runk would love this guy. That dude Michael Rosenbaum. He was Lex Luthor.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna be there. Lou Ferrigno's gonna be there too. I forgot about that. And LeVar Burton. Oh yeah, that's right. They just added some new people. LeVar Burton's gonna be there. And what's it called? The evil captain from Mandalorian is gonna be there. I should go to him like, what the hell was that episode all about? Like, why did you do that? Like, did you think it was necessary to sit there and spend all that time just to prove that you're evil again? Actually, they have a really good celebrity lineup. I will give credit to that. Like,
they got a card and collectible convention. Sorry to cut you off, but next week I'm gonna go to.
What's it called? Barbara Eden's gonna be there. Jeannie from I Dream of Jeannie. That's crazy. Like, and Ali Sheedy. Like, I'm not. So I'll put it like this way. I'm not excited to see. I'm not excited for Barbara Eden because she's, someone, oh, she's smoking. She's probably like 85 years old. I'm just excited that's like, oh my God, the I Dream of Jeannie. Jeannie is gonna be there. That's pretty cool. Like, so that's one person I'd be excited to see. Just be like, oh, she's still alive. Good shit. And then Anthony Daniels for all the Star Wars people. C-3PO, he's gonna be there. Let's see. Oh, Brandon Routh is going to be there too. See, D-Ronk would be all over this thing.
Yeah, so funny. He would probably, he'd be happy to meet all those people.
Let's see.
So I think he has books with signatures for those people, but I don't think he actually met them.
Yeah, and the X-Men cast is going to be there. Like, they have voice of Gambit, Mrs. Sinister, Storm, Jean Grey, Wolverine, Nightcrawler. And they had one more that I couldn't tell who it is. Hold on. And Beast. So I mean, so if you have a X-Men Adventures or something like that, get them to sign it right on there.
Man, I'm watching clips of wrestling stuff. Man, you remember back in the day in WCW that more so than it didn't happen. That they threw stuff in the ring. Like I'm like, what the hell were people thinking back in the day?
Oh yeah, when
I'm watching. Yeah, I'm watching a clip with Hogan versus Luger when Luger won, put him in a torture ride.
Oh yeah,
and after he wins, they're throwing all kind of shit in the fucking ring.
Yeah. You know what's funny is I back in the day, like when we used to go to the ECW shows, a friend of mine threw a styrofoam cup at so it wasn't like it was gonna hurt this guy, but he threw a styrofoam cup at Little Guido, and they kicked him out. They banned him. Like, hey, don't ever come back. I was like, he threw a cup at Little Guido and got banned. It was funny because like he did, like it was like the first match, and like Little Guido sitting there, blah, blah, and then he just like, fuck you, and threw the cup at him. And like, you, that's it. He's like, what? He's like, yeah, go home. You're out. Don't ever come back. So I was like, David got kicked out for throwing a cup at Little Guido. So like he's banned for life. I was like, literally, like when you used to watch the ECW, television, from when they'd be doing like, oh, we're in the ECW arena. People are like handing them chairs and stuff like that. They just threw a cup and they're like, nope, you're out of here. I was like, it's like a cup was too far, huh? Okay. So but yeah, like you're right. There was a couple of them too. I remember there's two pretty famous clips. There's one where Eric Bischoff's walking down, and someone must have threw like a full so it was a Coke or a beer, and it had to be full because like he was walking, he had his hair wasn't wet, he got nailed with it, and like he's just drenched, his whole hair is drenched and everything. And the same thing happened to Scott Hall. Like he got.
Oh, I remember the Scott Hall one. It was like classic. He got nailed in his drenched, and he goes.
Yeah. He got blasted right in the face, and then like I remember Larry Zbyszko was on commentary. He's like, "Nice shot." Like, yeah, that guy's gone. There's no way that guy's coming back. Like he blasted him with that thing. I was like, wow. But yeah, you don't see that much anymore. Like they don't. Do that.
No, because like the thing. Well, see, back then you would get banned from going. They might ban you from going to another show.
Mm-hmm.
Not many people go to multiple shows in a lifetime.
Yeah.
So we passed that point. So back then it didn't really matter as much. Plus, you change as you get older. They're not gonna remember you. Like, and then now you buy stuff from Ticketmaster. You don't buy it from WWF or WWE.
Yeah.
You buy it from Ticketmaster.
Well, that was the thing too.
So you're not really banned anymore. But now you'll get banned, and like you can't go to the arena.
Oh yeah.
Not just the show. You can't go to the arena. Like you can probably go attend another WWE show, but guess what? You can't go to the arena when you went. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I remember that guy that does that guy that impersonated Clay Thompson because he looked just like him.
Oh
and,
yeah.
Like, he walked in, and like he's in doing the practice and everything like that, and then
he's like doing a shoot around. He's shooting around.
And they're like league officials, and they were just like, like yeah, this is pretty funny. And
it's so funny it's funny. Clay met him, and he loved it. He loved it. Yeah, but like the arena got mad. The arena got mad.
Yeah. They said you're banned for life. You know that, right?
Yeah.
He's like,
it wasn't the team. Yeah, it wasn't the team that got mad. The arena got mad.
Yep.
Because he got through all those layers of security.
Oh yeah, man.
No issue. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and he taped it. He's like, watch this. I'm gonna get in this. They're gonna think I'm Clay Thompson. Watch this. I was like, and then
he does it. He did it a few times because he came through the stands. Like he came through. Like, what's up? Man? Like, whoa, what we doing tonight? Like, oh, everyone's like, oh, it's Clay. And then he made his way down to the floor, and he started doing this. I was like, oh my god.
I remember the guy that threw the drink at he threw a drink or a bottle at Kyrie Irving during the playoffs a couple of years ago, and that guy got banned. He got arrested too. Like he got in a bunch of trouble because they were just like, he's like, someone threw something at me, and he points up in the stands, and so like of course they're gonna go back and look at cameras because now there's a million cameras. So it's like so they went back and they figured that out within like 5 minutes. They were just like, all right, he came down and they're like, no, I think it was that guy. I think it was that. And they were pointing, and then they went back, and then security, just held everybody in the area. And then they went back. They saw the exact person, like, you come with us. And that was it. And he ended up I think he got arrested. I don't know if they pressed charges on him. I think they just banned him from the garden, so he can't go back to anything anymore. Which that kind of stinks because it's like, no, we have a picture of you, we have all this stuff, like you'll never come back. So, but
Yeah,
that
I wouldn't do like. I don't care. Nobody could piss me off that much because it's like you could get arrested, like you said. You could
yeah,
get
oh yeah,
arrested.
all the time. It's just like like I know this is a long time ago. I was, I think, like 17, and a couple of friends of mine. It was in 1999. I remember that. A couple of friends of mine. It was a Red Sox and Yankees game, and so these kids that I know went to the game, and they were just kind of hanging out there, and they ended up getting into a fight with these Yankees fans. But it was like a bad fight, and like so they were like brawling so much that they had to stop. They stopped the game because the stands were so crazy, and all the people, like I guess all the players like looking like, holy shit, like what's going on over there? So they had to stop the game and everything, and then they sat there and they took them out and stuff, and because my friends were minors, they didn't really get anything. They're just like they got banned for whatever, and it's just like you know how that goes. Just like you said before, it's just like, all right, like you can't come back, okay, and now it's just like if they wanted to go back to a game, that probably lasted about like 5 years. Then they go back to a game because they look different, but
They look different. They're a lot older. Like if it's a female and she got married, she might have changed her name. It's like all kind. It's all kind of stuff.
But yeah, it was like that whole thing was pretty. It was pretty crazy though. Like just thinking about how like people would be on it. Like people had no remorse. And they'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna be on my worst behavior." It's like, okay. Now it's just like you better be good because I think even if you swear too much, they can ban you. Like, look, you're screaming.
Well, it says that in the rules at the beginning of sporting events.
Yeah.
Profanity, all kind of stuff.
Yep, you're better off just sitting there, just woo.
Yeah, I was like, and like what they do at the Superdome where the Saints play. It still doesn't make sense to me, and I always call them. I always tell them something about it, but they don't stop you from doing what I'm about to say. It's like they take the caps off the drinks and they keep them. And I'm like, they say, well, we take that so the people don't, because they had an incident one time. People threw them from the stands. I'm like, man, if I'm going to throw something, I'm going to throw a bottle. It's like, why would I throw a cap? I can't throw a cap as far as a bottle.
I can tell you 100% because so this is something that you might not know. If you drink a bottled drink, whether it's soda or whatever, and put the cap on and it's not fully gone, when you throw it, if you have it down like this and you throw it forward, the liquid goes the momentum and it makes it go way faster. I found that out. And I remember, I'll never forget this because like I thought that this would have been potentially how. So my wife used to cheerlead for a city called Somerville, and I remember when I was a freshman in high school, I was a sophomore in high school, that I had gone to one of the games. And so my wife's a year younger than me, so she would have been a freshman. And I was like, and she's like, yeah, I used to cheerlead. I was like, what sports? She's like, oh, football and basketball. I was like, oh. And then she's like, I was like, all 4 years? Yep, all 4 years. I was like, oh no. And then so I'm just sitting there, and I was like, she's like, why? What's the problem? I was like, well, when I was, I think I was like 15 or 16. I remember we were playing Somerville in a game of basketball, and I was being a jerk, and I was like, oh, like, watch, I'm gonna get these, like, I'm gonna give these cheerleaders a hard time because I can. So I was like, hey you, and I was like yelling at this girl, and she just ignored me, and I was like, I'm trying to talk to you, like, look at me, and then she like, and then I was like, why don't you look at me? Stop, and I was like, stop cheering now, stop cheering and look at me, and then so she turned and gave me the finger. I was like, oh, you think that's funny? And it wasn't. There was just a Sprite that was just sitting there. It was like half drunk Sprite. It wasn't mine. It was somebody else's. And so I was like, you better stop cheering. I'm going to throw this at you. And then she kept going. And I remember I was like, all right. And I threw it. And I didn't know that was going to happen. So I was like, boom. And all of a sudden, like, it like, what's it called? It did like a, flip forward. And when it flipped forward the other way, like, and the liquid went back forward, that thing was going like 90 miles an hour. And it just missed hitting her in the head. It was like, and she was like, what the fuck? And I was like, uh-oh. And then all of a sudden, one of the teachers, we had a teacher named Mr. Venencia. He was a huge guy, and he was like, "You got to go." I was like, "Oh yeah, I know." I was like, "I figured that out." Like, he said,
you know,
you
you
gotta
know,
go home.
like they take the caps away, but they don't. You still you could bring in a cap, which I've done every time, and you just
Oh,
put the
that's
cap
true.
back on the drink. Yeah, so it's like I was like, so y'all not really y'all just taking the cap off, like
Yeah,
and I do it right in front of them too. Like it's like they take the cap and I go like right before I leave the counter. I go whoop, and I tie this do it back, and they said that's smart. I said yeah, because that's like yeah, I'm not gonna spill my drink, have my drink all over the because y'all took the damn cap off.
I'm gonna take a picture of my sister's cat right now. This thing is ridiculous. It's just like, so he's breathing, so that's nice. But my sister's cat is sleeping on the floor, but he's sleeping just like this. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, it looks like he's dead.
I know. I was like, what is going on? That's schizo on the ground like that. And he's just out cold, just sleeping on the
But
ground.
one thing you know about cats and dogs, they're not gonna die in the open around. They're gonna go to a corner or something. And,
Yeah. Yep.
And then you'll find them in a corner, which is kind of sad, but yeah.
Yeah.
They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it in front of you. You know what I mean? It's like it's sad, and it's like
yeah.
Like, okay, at least he didn't die in front of me. I guess I don't know.
Yeah. My mother's cat. So she had two cats. She had Sebastian. Sebastian died when I was 7, and then C died when I think I was 14. And I remember like the way she died was weird because like her nails were a little long, and so she got caught in my mother's like bedspread, and I guess like she was struggling to get out, and because she died like just hanging like that. So I'm assuming that she was trying to get out, and she was very old, and she just had a heart attack and just croaked there. So like she was just stuck on the on the thing. I was like, oh my god.
I'm sorry for laughing.
No, it's true.
It's because I'm thinking about it. The cat probably just freaked out and had a heart attack. Yeah, so that's what happened.
Here's the best part. So, the Super Nintendo we had was in my mother's room. So I walked right by her. I was like, "Hi, C, how are you?" And I just sat down and started playing. And my mom's like, "See what this?" And then she goes and grabs it, and she was stiff. She goes, "Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!" Oh. I was like, "What?" She's like, "She's dead." I'm like, "What? She's not dead." And then like she took her off, and when she pulled her off, like I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, and she's like, and you're sitting there playing video games. I'm like, "I didn't know she was dead. I didn't touch her."
I'm just playing video games like nothing's going on.
Yeah, because it's just like
Oh my god.
Yeah, like it was kind of a like and before anyone says like, "Oh, you're heartless and insensitive," why wouldn't you help the cat? Because when I was little, so C didn't get along with me as like when she was little. When I was little, she didn't like little kids. So it was like so even as I grew up, she was like I would never go she would never go near me, and I know not to go near her because she scratched me once when I was little. So I was like, I have no reason to pet her. Like she never came to me and wanted anything. So I'm like, why would I think to try to help her out? So yeah, unfortunately, that's what happened.
Well, it's all about experience you have when young. Certain animal, like somebody. I think everybody has like an animal or an insect experience, and like that's what they don't like. Like mine is like a wasp. I hate wasps. They hate wasps. I got it because I think when I was a kid, I got stung by a wasp, like right on my ear. Like and ever since like then, I've like that's like one of the insects or whatever I'm afraid of. A lot of people, some people don't like spiders, and I'm like, I don't care about them damn spider. I said, you see them damn wasps, but they flying around and you can't. I say, that's what I hate. I say the little spiders, they're going slow. Boom, he dead. I'm not worried about him.
Yeah. Well, I'm allergic to bees and stuff like that. So it's just like that's why like I don't care what it is. I just look at it where it's like, like somebody was saying something like, oh, like these murder horns. I was like, I would not go near anything named any bee-like creature that has murder in the name. I'm all set. Like, but just like hornets, wasps, like I'm not a fan of either one of them because like then yellow jackets too. Yellow jackets,
they'll keep stinging you. They're not like a bee.
Yeah.
A bee will sting you, and then they only can sting you once. But those things will sting you multiple times, and it just be one hornet or one wasp stinging the shit out of you. Like, so like you said, my daughter's actually allergic. She's not like deadly allergic, but she's allergic. Was like her getting stung by, getting bit by an ant, or well, actually it's stung by an ant because how they bite. But it's you get bit by an ant and stung by any bees. She has a worse reaction than a normal person, so she's not deadly allergic, but she's allergic because when she was a kid, her arm swelled up from ant bite. Like it was like swollen and hot, and I was like, that's how we kind of found out.
Yeah,
What?
well, that's happened to me. I think I was like 4, and it stung me, and then I was like, yeah, she's like, and then all of a sudden you just started swelling up. I'm like, oh,
okay.
So I don't know if I'm necessarily deathly allergic to it, but it's just one of those things where it's like I swell up someone. I was like, oh no, this is not good. So, but that's what happened.
Yeah, so that's how we found out about her as a kid when she got bit by an ant. So like ants and bees and wasps kind of all have the same kind of like whatever that is when they bite or sting. So it's like it's different levels for them. So when we found out about an ant, that's how we kind of know like, well, she got stung by a bee, a wasp actually not too long ago, and that little area got like pretty big.
Yeah. Well, that's why I don't mess around with it. People go, what about a scorpion? Look, if a bee sting's gonna mess me up, what do you think a scorpion sting's gonna do to me?
That's a different. That's like how you jump in a level. That's like somebody's like, oh man, I can't handle jalapenos. Well, what would a ghost pepper do to you?
I'm just saying, I'm
saying, somebody asking that question is silly.
It's like,
what do you think? What do you think?
Like,
I probably die.
I was like, not like many people are immune to scorpion venom. Like if you get stung by a scorpion, you're in trouble.
You need to go to the hospital immediately because it's poisonous.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, it probably won't kill you right away. Like depending on how it happens, and I guess the babies.
How it happens and where it happens at.
Yeah.
It might not kill you immediately, or I don't really know. I don't want to say anything about that, but I know if it stings you certain areas, you probably could die. Like if it stuck you right in your vein, you're right on your vein. Yeah, you probably because it's going to your vein. The blood's rushing to your heart and stuff. Or if it stung you like in your neck or something, you know what I mean? So you got to be in those places. Or I wouldn't be. But if it hit me on like my toe. I'm gonna go to the hospital, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm about to die. I'll be at the least I'll be like, damn, I might lose a toe.
Shit. Oh man, like that's why when I lived in Arizona, they're like, make sure you check your shoes every day because you don't know. And the baby scorpions are more deadly than the adults because the adults they know what they're more used to stinging things, so that they might not go lethal. Like they just do it as as a precaution, so they do like warning sting. Whereas the baby ones just sit there and just nail you with everything they have, just because they don't know what they're doing. I'm like, oh, that sounds great.
It's like other animals do that, because like snakes, baby snakes that are poisonous, they do that. You got to watch out for the poisonous snakes that are babies because they don't know how much venom to give, so they give you everything.
Like black mamba. Black mamba just nails you because that's what it does. And then the what's it called?
Rattlesnake.
The sea snakes and stuff. They said the thing that everybody's worried about with them is that that they're hot. First of all, they're hard to find, and their venom, I guess, is more potent than anything else. So it's like you get stung by one of those, usually you get bit by one of those. Usually, you get I think at the maximum 10 minutes. If you're not in the hospital and getting any venom within 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's like I think we got water moccasins. Those are deadly, real deadly. Like you said, those are like in the swamps or I say swamps, but damn, where I'm living it used to be a swamp. So it's like they could be it can be anywhere, like you said, but they're harder to find because they're not like a bright color snake like some snakes are. Those animals like, oh, it's bright color, watch out, it's poisonous. Which is like a dark snake that hide very well, and like you said, like it hit you, you better rush to the hospital because you ain't gonna make it.
My cousin in Virginia, they have them, and my cousin I guess got lucky. because one, I guess, she was walking near the edge of a stream or something like that, and one happened to like lunge out at her, and I guess like she happened to be just she was not, I don't even think she was paying attention. She just heard it move, and she was like, nope, and then she like jumped back, and she's like, I almost got bit by a water moccasin, and she just ran to her car. She's like, nope, I'm out of here. So yeah, nature will take you.
I tell you, this popped up on my Instagram feed. I was like, I do like the new DeLoreans. I don't know if you saw the new DeLoreans.
I haven't.
Yeah, I like them. I ain't gonna lie. I like the new DeLoreans. I would definitely like to have one, but yeah.
The DeLorean was the big FU car in the 80s. It was like if you had a DeLorean, you were very you were wealthy because they were super expensive, and it was
they were like they didn't make that many either.
Yeah, and it was like and I guess the guy John DeLorean, he was because most people are not like it's not like I'm gonna be DeLorean is the car. It's like no, that's it. Like DeLorean is the manufacturer. It's like because it would be like the DeLorean Spirit or whatever like that. Like it's like no, we're calling it the DeLorean. Every car that comes out is named after me. So he was just a real egomaniac, and because he was an egomaniac, he thought that those things should cost crazy amounts of money.
Yeah, they're showing Supergirl Blondie showing off the DeLoreans.
Can you believe it?
Oh, that's pretty crazy.
Look at that, guys. Up here on the screen. Look, you now get.
Like, I just looked at it like 3 times. I was like, but like you can change it back to the original. You can change it back to the original one.
They should have a fake flux capacitor right behind you.
That would be tight too. The front is awesome.
Yeah. That's so crazy.
I
can only imagine what that car. So that's probably like $100,000 car.
What's so funny about that? It's like all the fucking cars cost that much.
Yeah.
like a brand new car, like you get a brand new whatever, it's like $60,000, and you're like,
yes. Especially if you want like a pickup truck. I never thought pickup trucks would be that expensive. Like a brand new pickup, especially if you have just like top of the line, you're talking $70,000 to $80,000 easy. I'm like, what? Like for a pickup truck? Yep. I'm like, I don't understand. But just in general, like cars, it's so funny that cars in general, like normally they'll be like, they used to be like, oh, like they lose their value right when you take them off the lot. Not anymore. Just because of when they had that chip shortage and everything, it's just like a lot of cars held their value. So it's just like that's what a lot of people did to get newer cars. They traded in their old car, and it's like, oh, yeah, like we'll give you 30,000 for it. Like what? Like, well, the car's 52 was like, yeah, we'll give you 30, but it's a 12-year-old car. Like we know, we'll give you 30 for it. It's insane. Like so, a lot of people did that. A lot of people had cars. Like a lot of friends of mine, found out that the value of their cars was pretty much still high. It's like, yeah, let me trade this and then put the money towards this other car, and so they upgraded.
Yeah, so that's crazy though.
So I would say to anybody, if you can do it, go for it, man. Just because, I mean, who knows how long that's gonna last? Like, as everything's kind of normalizing again, might go back.
I'm curious to see. I'm curious about that because I know a lot of people that actually went to sell cars, and then now it's kind of slowed down.
Mm-hmm.
Slowed down a lot actually, and because the car lots are full. Like back in that area you're talking about, you'd be looking.
Oh yeah, no, they were empty. Yeah,
empty, but now you're like every time I pass, every car lot I've passed up are full, and so it's like, man, like when they're gonna start adjusting these prices, because why would I go buy a pickup truck for like $60,000-$80,000? And like you said, that DeLorean, I think it's going to be under $100,000, and I think it's going to be like all electric or something. It's like it's whatever. It's
have back seats.
Yes. How the doors open? They open like that Tesla SUV.
Yeah.
So it's big in the inside. It's big on the inside. But Bleak is back.
Are you fucking nerds still at it? Jesus.
Yeah, we're still at it. We're talking about other crap now. We're talking about the DeLorean, the new DeLorean that's coming out.
I just had some great tacos. I'm not gonna lie, they were amazing.
Guess what I'm gonna have a little bit later.
What are you having?
Jambalaya.
Oh, all right.
Good old Louisiana jambalaya.
Not gonna
I
lie,
had the best burger in history.
I'm not a huge fish fan. Is there fish in jambalaya?
No,
Now you're talking. Who dat? Now you're talking
it's
my
just
language, baby.
it's just rice. That's like whatever they do with the rice. You get
Oh.
Holy Trinity, which is onions, bell peppers, and something else. Another thing that's like a vegetable mix. They cook it up really well. Cook it up so well that you don't even see it. And if they cook it, depending on a person. Say that correctly. Depending on a person, but the person we get it from, he cooks it so well you don't even see it or taste it. But you know it's in there because they use to cook it. In the base, he uses a brown gravy base to make the rice like whatever. Because he could use a red like a tomato base. I don't like the tomato base.
Definitely, if I was coming to your neck of the woods, I'd be trying a lot of different food up there.
Yeah. Like, and they put sausage, so they'll put like smoked sausage.
I can dig that.
Andouille sausage. You can do it with shrimp. You can put shrimp in it if you want. The guy we get it from, he just puts sausage and he puts. I think he might put. I don't know if he puts deer meat in it, but
I can eat shrimp as long as it's breaded and there's enough red sauce with it. I'm good.
Yeah, like he didn't put the shrimp in it, so like, well, you don't have to worry about that. But it's just mainly sausage. I don't know what else he puts in. I don't know if he puts chicken in there.
Chicken's
I don't think he puts. Yeah, I don't know what else. I have to ask him one day. But it's good. It's at the end of the day, it's good.
Yeah, like we have at this Border Cafe, which is it's like a Tex-Mex type thing. And
the house phone was ringing.
It was like somebody from my sister, but they have what's it called, this gumbo, and it has the andouille sausage and stuff like that. It's really good.
Well, here in St. Catharines, we have nothing. We just steal everything from everybody around, and we're like, "Hey, man, come try this." We don't have anything and nothing like there's no real.
That'd be something good to, like, you travel to like New Orleans and you find a dish that you can easily make that you love, and then you're like, I got Louisiana, blah blah blah. Come on in. And then you have a line around the corner. You're like, everybody like, man, well, I didn't know you from Louisiana. Be like, nope, from here.
People be fucking lining up in droves for that shit.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
Yeah, but
I know when it comes to like the best French onion soup I've ever had. So up until I went to Montreal, the best French onion soup I ever had, my wife made, because she actually makes a really good one. And then I went to Montreal and we had this place, this steakhouse. And I was like, oh my god, this is great. I was like, this is better than what Kim can do, and I'm surprised.
There's also
what
the
she
home
does
of
is
the
actually better than some
sandwiches
restaurants
up
around
there
here.
too. There's a restaurant that makes a Reuben sandwich that's to die for. It's like $15, but man, this thing is like, it'll feed a family of 6, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, see, that's where everything goes. My sister likes Reubens. I don't. I'm not a fan of Reubens.
Yeah.
But then we went to this the poutine spot of all Montreal.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
And that place, I was like, oh, all right. I figured poutine was just potatoes and
what did you think of poutine, Chris? What did you really?
Oh, it's delicious.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah,
it was delicious. And then the one that I got, they were like, it was like one of those things. Where it was like, all right, so I figured it would just be like one thing. Oh, can I get just a poutine, whatever. And next thing I know, they're like, oh, we have steak and cheese poutine, we have bacon poutine, we have this one, we have that one. I was like, holy shit! And so I'm sitting there, and we got it, and I was like, mine I think had like bacon and what's it called, bacon and grilled onions. I was like, oh my god, this is phenomenal.
Buddy, you went all out.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I was like, oh, this is delicious.
Just a regular poutine is gravy and cheese curds. That's pretty much it. But
yeah,
you can French it up for sure.
It was funny because I did have it once. I was like, what the fuck is poutine? And then this guy that lives in Saskatchewan and Saskatoon, she's like, it's this. Like try it. And I was like, all right. So I tried it. And I was like, that's not bad. And then, but I tried it, and it was funny because like I didn't know that I had it before. My father's cousin was from Toronto.
Right.
Or lived in Toronto. So her name was Pearl, and she made it one time. And as soon as I tasted it, I was like, oh my god! I was like, I've had this before. And as I said, I was like, I've had this before. And she's like, you have? In the States? I'm like, yeah. I was like, my father's cousin, man. And it was funny because like I think I met her when I was like 5, and I was like, I remember this. And then she's like, she's just like, oh, like well, your father's cousin, like, is she from Canada? I was like, she lived in Toronto. And she's like, oh,
there it is.
okay.
There it is.
I was just like, and she's like, and I think she was kind of surprised because she's like, oh, that's more of a French thing. I'm
Isn't
like,
that French? I was about to say, isn't that French?
No, but I think it's like nationwide.
It's Canada wide. That there's poutine everywhere.
No, but like I'm saying, the origin.
I would imagine, yeah, I would imagine.
And that word is French.
But hey, is French toast French? Maybe. I don't know.
No, that's just something we made.
I've never looked into the origin of it.
I've been to France. It's not. No, it's not. I've been to France.
They just call it egg on toast, probably.
Look, I've been to France. We have bread down here. We call French bread.
Oh, nice.
It's just red over there.
Yeah.
It's called
Brazil,
it's called a
nuts in
baguette.
Brazil are just nuts. They're not Brazil nuts.
Yeah, their French bread is a baguette. That's all. And that baguette means bread.
Baguette.
Yeah, like they don't have French toast. Cookies. They do not have cookies. They have biscuits.
Yeah,
they're biscuits. That's what they call cookies.
Oh, I went to Montreal and they laughed at me for trying to speak French. They're like, "You're English, eh?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I am, bro."
What's funny is that I think in England, I don't know if cookies. I don't know if it's cookies and chips or just anything that's like crunchy. They're called crisps.
Yes, gotta have your crisps, man.
Yeah, and I was like, and that's the thing, because I heard Hugh Jack was like,
hold on a second here, hold on.
All right, Darren, here we go.
The Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz fight is coming on pretty soon.
Oh, I thought you were saying it was on now. Like you have to do a live reaction to it because
there's a countdown on right now, so I don't know if they're past fights or if they're like prelims or something.
Oh, probably because I mean it's only 9:48, so I would figure like a pay-per-view or something like that. They're probably not going to get to that fight and probably till like 11 o'clock.
Yeah, 11, I would imagine.
I don't understand.
It's going to be. It should be a. I'm curious to see what happens. I never thought of Nate Diaz as a really strong puncher, so I think he's going to get knocked out. But I don't want him to get knocked out because I like Nate Diaz.
Well, the thing with
it's going to be tough to knock him out. He takes some punches.
He can definitely take a lot of punches.
But the thing is, it's very different when you're fighting when you're fighting a boxer and you're not able to like in the UFC. It's very different because it's like he can wrestle, he can kind of move away. Like in this, with boxing, even though you can move and dodge and stuff like that, you still kind of have to stand straight up.
Well,
like you can't
Nate
shoot the guy's
Diaz
legs
has
up
some good boxing training behind him, so I'm not worried about his boxing so much. But yeah, it's different. The whole stance is different. Everything's really different in boxing, so you really have to. And
all I can say is
tough kid.
Nate even said it because Nate said if he beats me, he's gonna wish he didn't beat me. He said, and they have an interview. I wish I should have shared it with you guys, but I try not to share non-comic or wrestling stuff.
Yeah, me too.
In our chat.
I try not to.
I'm not like.
Oh
Spike.
my god!
Yeah. I'm not like
fucking
Spike.
800 fucking memes, fucking chat for fuck's sake.
And you know what he does?
Fuck?
This is what he's been doing lately. He'll send one wrestling thing and then send something else that nothing thinks is okay.
He's also been doing lately. He's been waiting for the tone to send one thing, and then he'll send 800 things. Be like, all right, the tone opened it up. Like, holy fuck, bro.
Yeah, so but I should have shared it because it was an interview. They were sitting down, like I think the night before the match or whatever, and that's what he said. He's like, man, he gonna wish he hadn't beat me if he beats me. Blah blah blah. He ain't gonna see. And then when he went on through his whole spiel, the interviewer says, so Jake, what do you think of all that? And you see Jake's face like he's terrified.
That's the thing, because
He's like, I don't want to see this guy every day.
Oh no, it may or may not even be him.
Jake's got a good overhand right on him. I don't know how good his whole boxing array is, but he's got a good slugger on him.
He's more of a wrestler.
Him knock people out.
I mean, he knocked out Conor McGregor. I'll give him that.
Jake
Like, he
Paul
knocked
did
out
not
Conor
knock
McGregor.
out Conor McGregor.
Huh?
He never fought Conor McGregor.
Jake Paul did
No,
not.
no,
knock out
no.
Conor
Nate
McGregor.
Diaz knocked out Conor McGregor.
Oh, you thought
Oh
Nate?
yeah,
Nate
he choked
Diaz.
him out. He choked him out. Yeah.
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 He hit him with
But,
some
like-
good shots, though. He hit him with some good headshots, though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he was Conor McGregor. When you give up your back in the UFC as a professional fighter, you do it on purpose.
Well,
So
he
the fight's
even
over.
got him with the Stockton slap. Because that's his thing. He'll do that. He just smack the shit out of you. The Stockton slap. Whack.
The Stockton
And he
slap,
got-
yeah.
got
We saw him
Nate
do
Diaz
that
with it
with
twice.
Leon Edwards. Leon beat him the whole fight, and then he hit Leon with one shot, and Leon almost fucking fell. Yeah, Berdoop.
Yeah.
And he pointed at him. He goes, "I got
I
him."
love the point. I love Nate Diaz when he points at somebody. I got you, motherfucker. I got you.
But that's the thing, though. It's just like so you know. But that I think is more what he meant when he's like, "You wish you didn't beat me," because like, all right, you know, try coming to LA, or try coming to Stockton, anywhere near
Oh
or
my
around
God.
Stockton. Like, you try to come to California, we're gonna see you. It's just like, you know. So
Yeah, I like the fighting and everything. I think Nate Diaz is a little too intense in that respect. Personally, I'm like, whoa, bro, you gotta calm the fuck down. Man.
him and his brother are both crazy like that.
They're fucking crazy, right? They're like they want to beat up everybody.
They grew up in the hood and they just kind of never left it. They're just like,
They still go to bars and get into scraps and stuff. I'm like, that's fucking.
He came into Wallace and choked out a guy.
I know. I'm like, that's fucked up, bro.
The guy, he was defending himself, and he's like, the guy was too drunk. He didn't know that was Nate Diaz, and Nate got behind him, and you're like, all right, go to sleep. All right, you lay down right now. He laid him down. Look,
for himself.
He laid him down, and he's like, all right, you good to go.
That guy's he's like a amateur MMA fighter that tried to come at Nate at New Orleans, and he was trying to make a name for himself, and then he got all fight me, Nate, fight, and Nate was like, get out of here, bro. I choked you out in like 2 seconds. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, that's the problem. That's why it's just like, you know, all them guys is like, you know, like you sometimes have to wonder, you know, what their attitude and what their thought process is, because it's just like, you know, and then if you're sitting in a bar or whatever and you're getting, and that's music to their ears, like, oh really? Oh, okay. Hold on.
Conor McGregor punched that old dude in the fucking head, for Christ's sake, because he didn't want to drink his whiskey. I was like, what the fuck, bro? That's fucked up.
I mean, you have that, but it's like, but if they're just minding their business, and then here's you starting trouble. Oh, that's music
different.
to the ears.
That's
they can't
different.
wait. Like, what? Like, hold on, say that again. You're gonna do what to me? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, and then it's like, you know, all of a sudden it's just like, next thing you know, it's just like,
man.
ow, and it's like he like, I got him to admit that he was gonna try to hurt me, so I'm defending myself. That's it.
Joe Rogan said it best. He'll wait it out. Most people can't fight for more than 3 minutes because you'll lose your gas tank. And anybody that's a trained professional, they'll run circles around you, and you'll die just because you can't move anymore because you're so tired. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. And that's the problem. Is like, you know, that's when you know you made a mistake.
Just, you know, wait it out, and then when you're all tired, they'll fucking just pretzel you up and destroy you, man. It's brutal.
Yeah. And it's just like, you know, it's just like they wait for that. I don't know that they wait for it. It's just like, you know, and I don't think they run around beating up on people just because they want to, but it's just like, you know, oh, okay.
No, I think there's only been a couple that are like I think Nate Diaz, I think he likes trouble. Trouble attracts him, so.
Yeah,
there's lots of other fighters that you never hear about fighting in the street. You never hear about any of that shit, right?
Yeah.
There's only John Jones is a bit of a piece of shit, but
yeah,
great fighter.
That was like when you hear like so I know Tyson had that public thing with Mitch Green, and then after that I think you heard people would go up to him and start trouble because like, oh, he's worth millions. God, hit me in the face, Mike. It's like, oh, like, I'm rich.
I think that's why a lot of them have bodyguards, because, you know, like it's a matter of, I don't want to have to pay everybody that I talk to that says I crushed their hand too much, or I hit them, or I did something, you know, like fuck's sake, man.
I mean, because that's all it takes is like, oh, like this, oh, you know, like that's probably all they hear is I'll sue you. Like, oh, come on.
Oh, constantly, man. Those guys are getting sued all the time. It's actually pretty brutal, to be honest.
Yeah. But that's the thing is like, you know, as soon as you know, cause and it almost seems like some people, like how it's music to their ears when you're like, oh, I'm going to fuck you up. It's like, oh, okay, come try it. And then it's like, you know, for some people that are looking to start trouble, it's like, no, that guy's a professional fighter. Leave him alone. Like, oh, he is? Oh, professional. He must make some money. Let's go.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, it's like, you know, And the worst thing would be if it's like, oh, it's just some guy starting out who doesn't have any, like, he doesn't have anything. He's just starting out. Oh shit! And it's like, yeah. So he's really gonna beat the hell out of you just because he's got nothing to lose.
Well, yeah, most of them, like I said, most of them are good guys, but you got the group of guys that are just absolutely insane, man.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
it's the same mentality of like, like as you get older, like you know what I mean. You sit there and you look at like when you're in elementary school and like as a little kid, you probably fight anybody even though you probably shouldn't. You'd be like, oh, I'll fight anyone. And then once you get to be so let's say like once you get to like 4th, 5th grade and you're in elementary, now you're one of the older kids in the school and like some young kids say, I'll punch you in the face, but like, leave me alone, go away. You're too little.
I fought all the way up until, I was probably 25 or 30. And then I just stopped because I realized there's way tougher motherfuckers on the planet. There's people that'll just kill me in a second. I am not invincible. I don't want to die, and I don't want to go to jail.
Yeah.
All right. I am going to end this. We could chat offline, but I'm going to turn the live off. So,
All right,
but, don't forget Sunday, Church with Bleak. Sunday,
Yes,
Church with Bleak. Check it out. I'm gonna try to join for a little while, but check it out. Tomorrow, me and Chris don't have our show. It's not next week, huh? No.
No, it's
you guys are off this week, right?
Yeah,
You guys
are off this week. Yeah, we just had that was actually a good one with Jeffrey and stuff like that. So definitely check that out. Had some good discussions. But yeah, that's all we got, man. We'll check if anybody wants to hang out backstage. I'll drop the link for the 2 people watching. We had like 10 at one point.
Yeah.
Well,
because I think it's when you're showing the books and they was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, I was showing the book. So if anybody wants to join while we talk backstage, no problem. Peace out, everybody. See y'all later.
Peace.